We're actually...
You have made it to Tantalin. Last session, you served a bunch of food in the inn, and we're planning on getting a boat out of here. In addition, you also talked to the god Set and got attacked by a Stygian dragon, and Damon almost died. Again.
I mean, you really
fine.
can't say that, because that's like once every 2 sessions. If Damien doesn't almost die, was it really one of our sessions?
He speaks the truth.
All right.
I believe I was going to talk with one of the boatmans, the Philip T. Boatmans, if you will.
One of the Marinoloths?
Yes, the Marinoloths. Does anybody have any reason to stay in the city?
No.
Or really this layer of hell? Because
No. I think my to-do list is basically cleared for now.
We're going to Dis right now. And then from there, we'll see what we can do. Okay. I guess I'll...
So wait, what's the order that we're doing stuff? Are we doing the set thing first, or are we doing the...
The plan was to do the set thing first. However, that's going to involve sweet-talking some devils. And Texas Red, you have your trial?
My trial?
Yeah, for,
The court
killing
case?
a devil.
Is that in a place
I
that we
thought
have
that
to go
was
to?
just, like, happening.
Yeah, I don't think I have to show up right now or anything. I think that's just... It's just
Lawyer
going
being
on.
lawyer right now.
Out of sight, out of mind, right?
I guess so, yeah. So then the only thing really on our active list is the set thing. Everything else is kind of,
That's my understanding.
Alright, then let's go to the city of Dis and see what we can't find there. So I'll approach one of the ferrymen. I will say, "Greetings. I wish to purchase one of your services."
One of my services. Where do you wish to go?
We wish to go to the city of Dis, and
After picking up some tormentors.
we have a stop while still in Stygia to pick up some of our vehicles. So it will be a total of 3 vehicles, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people total.
Sorry, I'm just double checking your counting. Are you including Gial in this? Or are you including...
Why would I include...
Are you including Gial in this, or are you including the imps, is what I'm asking. Who is the 6th person?
The imps count as 1.
Yes, I'll round up for the imps.
Sorry, I was just asking why are you counting 6? Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry. Lemirs don't count as people. Nobody counts Lemirs as people.
I'm not worth anything. I know.
Aw, Petra, you're worth something. Maybe.
That's fair.
Very well. In that case, where did you wish to go? You wish to make a stop and then go to somewhere else?
Yes, and I'll bring up my map, and I will point out the small island here. I'll be like, we have some vehicles stored there, so we'll need to stop by and pick them up. And then from there, we'll take the safest route to the city of Dis. Time is not an issue.
I mean, are we sure about that?
Alright, well, time's... How long did it take us to get down here? It was like a week or so?
It was not actually that long.
Like 4 days?
Yeah, but I think we paid for the express path, didn't we?
We did pay for it, so I'm saying like a week for travel time? Is that reasonable? To the party?
Assuming that you can just take this way, that's like, what, like 5 days? So that's like 2.5 days by boat. No.
Like a week.
That's like 3.5 days by boat just to get your vehicle, and then so it would be about a week sailing, because then it would be
pretty quickly shifting through layers on the sticks.
Okay. Then 10 days? Does it seem reasonable to everybody?
Sure does.
All right. 10 days to get to the city of Dis, including the stop to pick up our vehicles.
Very well. That case, 6 people over 10 days. At a moderate traveling speed. And considering it's going to be over several layers, and the Myrnalock pulls out an abacus and starts flipping beads. Yes, yes. I do think that a fair price would be 7 soul coins for safety.
Insight check. Aha, I remember I have insight. It's not good, but I have.
Renalos usually
Yeah,
is pretty straight up with these.
yes, but also 18.
It's probably charging you a little bit extra, but it could be considered a quote-unquote safety fee.
All right.
It's up to you to determine whether or not you want to do away with the safety fee.
I'm okay with the safety fee. When it comes to the Styx River, I'm okay with taking the safety fee.
Who needs a safety feat?
I mean, people who
do.
don't want to be stupefied.
What's the worst thing that could happen on the sticks?
All right, yes, we'll pay the 7 soul coins for the safety fee.
You know, I feel you misinterpreted my comment there, man. I feel
You know,
thought I was being sarcastic.
that was on me. I apologize. I can't believe I was so foolish.
Yeah.
All right, in that case, 7 soul coins.
Right. And while we're boarding, can I like nudge Damien and be like, is there anybody keeping an eye on us, following us, looking suspiciously like us?
And Damien will snap out of the deep thought that he was just in and look around. Wah.
18.
I don't know why I had disadvantage.
You know, Damien,
Am I supposed to have disadvantage?
I don't think so. I think you just had disadvantage from last session
Oh.
that you just didn't swap your sheet from.
Whoops.
You know, Damien, the air does be kind of funky looking
Yep.
I'm sorry. What?
in certain locations.
Air would be funky. There's probably something invisible over there.
That's what I figured. All right. We'll keep an eye out for tailors. Invisible, invisible. List of things we know that can turn invisible.
Texas Red.
Oni.
Damien immediately knows it's an imp.
Probably an imp.
Okay. Oh, that's right. They can do that here.
Mm-hmm.
They can do that everywhere.
What? Tarun, turn invisible.
I don't listen to you.
Interesting. Well, your lease on
I
life is
hold up
about
my fist for knuckle bump with Torun.
But yes, I can turn invisible.
I don't think you can. I think you're making it up.
He's done it multiple times.
Oh, yes? Well, I don't remember it.
No, that's your own fault.
Well, I can totally go invisible.
Oh, interesting. And tell me, this invisibility, I'm sure it is perfect in every way.
Well, not if you're like really looking for it, I guess.
It's more
It's
like
really
a
hard to
cloak.
keep the invisibility up if you're moving about and stuff.
All right, this is pointless. Let's go on the boat. Is everybody ready for a fun cruise?
Yeah, let's do it.
Also, I'll kind of, get a quick group huddle together. Also, we're being followed. Or at least somebody's keeping an eye on us. Could be anybody, honestly.
Yeah,
But
Volk, can I call in a favor on you?
what is the transaction that you wish to call for a favor?
You don't ask any questions, and I get a button.
We'll talk about this later. All right.
Let's go.
Let's, as the apparently Italian chef says, let's.
I don't know what
let's
you're
I
go.
thought she
talking
was
about.
Russian.
Oh, she's
Listen,
something, all right.
alright. Petra is just actually speaks with a diss accent, but is really trying to sound like a competent chef. You know, like ones from the material plane, but really has not met many people from the material plane. Clearly, this is what's going on.
She's Schrodinger's accent. You're never sure which
I
accent's
think
gonna
we
come
don't
out
have
until
to
you
have
actually hear
this.
it. Oh, okay.
And I shall jump on the ferry.
You could just walk on it instead of jumping on it. No need to get extravagant here.
I jump on it.
I'm sorry, I stepped away for a few seconds. What are we jumping on?
The ferry.
The ferry.
The giant
Alright.
whale that just surfaced in the sticks.
Sounds like a brilliant idea.
It's actually a portal straight to super hell, specifically for Petra.
I think my cooking would be nice
You
and
make it
hot.
sound. You make it sound like Asmodeus will let you anywhere near the 9th level of hell. Would
Well,
even share the same layer as any of you.
all you have to do is walk up and say, "Don't worry, I know Texas Red," and it'll let you right in. It's kind of a big deal.
Yep, I agree. I am kind of a big deal there.
All right. So, what do we? So we're just going to go first to get the vehicles, and then we're going to dis. Correct.
Yep.
Excellent. Brian, what am I rolling?
Oh no.
For combat? For fighting
Correct.
encounter?
Correct.
Roll me a d8.
Aww. God.
Interesting. Apparently, your safety fees have worked.
Excellent. If they don't work, I'm gonna ask for a refund.
All right. You begin your journey through away from the iceberg that is Tantalon, away from the smaller iceberg that is the iceberg where Levistus's castle resides. And you begin to sail through this narrow passage over to where your vehicles are located. Is there anything you would like to do during these 3.5 days?
I'll be cooking more biscuits.
Can we have our group talk with a certain somebody?
You can absolutely have a group talk with a certain somebody.
I would like to gather everybody together, and have them seated in chairs around the room, and then bring Petra into the room. I'd like to say, Petra, this is an intervention. We have recently taken a look at your behaviors, and we have certain issues with how you view the party and perhaps treat us. Texas Red, would you like to start?
I would say you cannot just offer up our souls to any random person without our consent.
That's important. Yeah, that's good to hear.
Coming from me, I would say it's a big one.
All right, thank you for that. And hold on, Petra, you do not have the talking stick. Damien, it's your turn to go next.
Petra, don't fucking sell my soul to random strangers if I did not give you permission. Also, don't waste food. Doesn't matter who it's going to. If there's scraps that you're gonna throw away, let me have some of them. Don't be greedy.
Okay,
That's kind of it. Here you go, Volk.
and now it's my turn. Petra, I feel as though you treat us like test subjects and trade our lives as though it suits you. You recognize that we are real people and not reanimated corpses, and I feel it's important that you respect our authority over our own souls. All right, I will now give you a chance to talk about how this made you feel. Here is the talking stick.
I'm very sorry, compadres. You see, I'm so confident in my cooking, I felt the need that I could offer it up. I did this for the party. It was not my intention to, what's the word? Make you guys feel uncomfortable with me offering up your souls. That is how comfortable I was in my cooking. I won't do it again if that is what suits you. But if we ever come across a god and we need something done, such as, getting pelt from mythical beast, one of his famous creatures, then maybe that won't happen next time. But I thought that was sure the way to get things accomplished. And Damien, typically I would give you scraps, but when we serve gods, I think that is a uh, exception because gods might find that rude. But I understand. I will not disturb you guys in any way, and I do apologize.
Excellent. All right, that was good to hear.
Can I have the talking stick?
Yes, you may. You may, Texas Red.
You
Go
see,
ahead.
I feel that you're not getting the premise here, and that was just a veiled threat towards the party. The whole, oh, you don't think we would have got the pelt without offering up our souls in exchange for a cracker. You see, I feel you're missing the grievances here.
That was a good point.
No,
Can I
I
can
know
I
you
have the
very
sure?
well
talking
what
Hold
stick?
on,
suits.
you do not have the talking stick. Damien, would you like to have something to say?
I do. Um,
Go ahead.
this is now me being greedy. Petra, doesn't matter who you're serving, whether you're serving a god or some like random, uh, me. Uh, scraps are scraps. If you're not using the scraps, I can always take the scraps. Like, God's not gonna find it disrespectful if you give scraps to me. Okay, I just wanted to say that because
All
food
right.
is good.
All right.
Here's your talking stick.
Petra?
Just for clarification, do you mean scraps in the kitchen or scraps on the table?
In the
Yes.
kitchen.
Petra?
Because there are very different contexts.
Do I have the stick now?
You
That's
may
what I'm
have the
wondering.
talking stick.
Very well. I apologize, Texas Red. I thought it was surefire way we get the god's attention with that. I apologize. Not my intention to startle you guys. I won't do that again.
Thank you. Thank you for coming this far. It's a big step, Petra. It's a big step. All right. I think this was a very successful session. Thank you all for sharing the thoughts on your mind. I hope it really helps us flow together as a team. All right. I think we're due to pick up the vehicles, so
Actually, real quick
let's get to that.
before we close this nice little intervention, talking stick, please.
Here you are.
Thank you. Uh, let's just have it as a party rule. Nobody sells anybody's stuff, including their souls, physical, non-physical assets. Like, nobody sells anything that's not theirs or that the party hasn't strictly discussed ahead of time. Yeah, yeah.
Seems very
I
reasonable.
think that is reasonable.
All right. Can everybody agree on that?
Mhm.
I agree.
All right. All right. Thank you all for coming to this place. It means a lot to me that we all gathered here today. Praise Him. All right. That was everything I had for the intervention.
So, Volk, about that button.
Give it time, Damien. I'm still.
I mean,
need to
I've
pray.
already waited like
You've waited 3 days
4 weeks
and
to
4
ask,
weeks.
and then 3 days have passed.
I need to pray and meditate on this, and I need to seek an answer from Helm.
For 3 days or so. Okay, whatever.
Okay. Vehicle time?
Oh yeah, does our vehicle need any repairs, Brian?
That's a
Your
good
current
point.
vehicle, yes.
Is there anything I can start to work on?
In case you forgot, the roof is still dented in.
You could say collapsed.
Yeah. But like, was that something that I was like able to like kick out basically?
So, I will say, if you guys spend you know what? I will allow you to make a somewhat difficult skill challenge as a group to solve this roof issue. Do a good enough job, you don't need to pay any money to get this fixed. Do a bad enough job, and something could be damaged in the process.
Let's do it, guys.
I believe in us.
All right. Well, to start off, would I be able to use perception to look around for the key points of the vehicle that seem damaged and would do well to be bashed in, kicked out, or just, welded together, other stuffs along those lines?
I'll allow it.
I'm sorry, one second. All right, what are you doing, Melissa?
Perception to look at the vehicle for the specific areas that need to be fixed.
All right.
Blah. 32.
All right. What's your investigation modifier?
Only a 7.
Yes.
All right. So, Damien,
Yeah.
you look at the overall job.
Mhm.
Yeah, the roof is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
You got some ideas as to what areas you specifically need to look at based off of the damage.
Mhm.
But you pretty much just took like, 10 steps or like, 10 feet back and were like, I see. Yes. Okay. So you basically did an overview as opposed to an actual area by area. But I will say that if somebody does an investigation check, they will now have an increase to their score because of your perception check.
Okay.
This will count towards your skill challenge.
Okay.
I'm just saying you did not get the result. Or you did not exactly accomplish the result you were
Yeah.
trying to get with perception.
Can I try to motivate the crew and have us believe in ourselves with a perception check?
With a perception check
But what?
or
Or
persuasion check?
Persuasion.
Only if you match Damien within like 2.
All right, then somebody else can go.
Because that's going to have to be one hell of a speech to get to actually assist in the physical labor involved in this task.
Can I try jumping on it with acrobatics to kind of, pop it out in the right areas? And
So, in case you forgot, the reason this roof got messed up is because the anti-party opened up one of the chests that they had, and so one of the chains came out of the chest, latched onto the roof, and pulled it down.
so can I kick it up from the inside?
You would have to push it up from the inside, and I'm going to say, unless you can get really creative with acrobatics, I don't think acrobatics is an applicable skill in this challenge.
Would you be
okay.
able to assist me in an athletics?
I could. Can I? Do we have any chains that I can command to lift up,
We
like to
do
help
actually.
us spread out the lifting?
Yeah.
You first off have chains on your body now.
I mean,
Second
bigger
off,
chains, but
this is a boat. There's a good chance that there's a chain on here. There's at least an anchor.
oh, okay. This is a okay.
So
I-
if you can somehow convince the crew of this boat to allow you to use any of the chains on board, I will allow you to do so. Also, Dakota, as a reminder,
It's a charisma. right?
you can purchase chains as part of allowing you to use your ability. And a good spot to buy chains would in fact be in the city of chains, on
Oh.
Mineros, the land of the or the city primarily ruled by chain devils.
Okay. But
This
and
is
then
a reminder that this place exists.
and then there's animate change, which is a charisma check to see if I can.
I would allow you to use your animate chains as an ability here to do
Okay.
that.
So do I have to do
a skill check with that.
Do I have to do a persuasion on the crew or the chains then? I guess because they're both charisma. I guess I'm just not sure how you.
The charisma ability, it's using your charisma to take over the chains.
Okay. So just.
And we do have some chains of our own.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, right?
Yeah, so it's basically charisma is your spellcasting ability for the devil stuff. Is what's going on.
Alrighty.
So if you want to do charisma with proficiency,
How do I?
can.
Oh wait, did I lose all my proficiencies in my skill saves?
You lost a bunch, yes, because you're no longer a sponge.
I think I still have Dex though, right?
You did lose a bunch of your skill proficiencies. What the heck happened? All right. I did not mess with much of this. You
Neither
just
did
lost
I.
your strength. You got Dex from your. Okay, so you
Athlete.
got. Here, I can double check for you. So you've got Dex from your ability, and then you've got. Let me open up the Chain Devil sheet. You have Constitution, Wisdom, and Charisma. There you go.
I thought I was missing some blue there.
Your skill checks should be correct.
Yeah, those did look accurate.
All right. Let me just put in a new skill called Animate Chains.
Okay.
Which is based off of your wisdom. So now if you want to use your Animate Chains ability, it's that Animate Chains ability.
Okay.
Under tool proficiencies and custom skills.
So I can just click that then and we're good to go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Body chains do work.
All right. You attempt to you attempt to use your chain controlling powers with the chains that you have in the vehicle. Unfortunately, with them alone, it is not enough to do anything. There is still stuff being done, but it is not enough.
With my performance, would I be able to tell my crew a story of how we once fixed just some things in my previous life? And just kind of.
Oh yeah, Petra, are you dead?
I am. I died because it's in my backstory.
Let me double check.
It's
All
a
right.
very long backstory.
Sorry, I was unaware that you had written backstory for your character. I apologize for my stupidity of not actually double checking with you.
Oh no, you're good.
It's only 80 pages. I can't believe you didn't read it.
All right. In that case, well, this sucks. Petra, let me pull you aside for a second.
Okay.
All right, we're all good. Does anyone else want to do a different skill?
We've
got one success.
Was Texas Red gonna help me out with athletics?
I'm gonna say because he's using animate chains. In a way, he is.
Okay.
All right. Can I do a performance check with my cooking tools, and have the smells radiate and inspire the party?
That might end up distracting Damien, but
yes, but it has to be a high number in order to be a success.
All right.
You're basically, if I'm trying to let me know if I'm misinterpreting this. You're basically trying to create a smell that kind of invigorates the party.
More or less.
Then yeah, I'm gonna say you need above a 20. Oof.
Ain't gonna do it with that.
Unfortunately, the concoction is transformed by the power of hell, and it smells pretty bad. The kitchen is covered in like a purple blue smoke, and it smells like rotting flesh and peppermint.
Ugh. With that image in Damien's head, uh, athletics to manhandle us into place.
We
19.
suck.
I think we
Better
may
than
want to
you.
cut our losses and
I haven't rolled yet. You don't know what I'm gonna get. I could get a 23.
I got a 19.
All right, a 19 on your athletics check. Yes, okay.
Mhm.
With Texas Red on the outside using animate chains to pull the roof up, and Damien underneath, kind of like putting his body on the ground and like kicking with all his feet. You kind of awkwardly, like with a big bump, you push out a portion of the metal upwards, kind of like creating like a bubble in the roof kind of thing.
Haha.
You've done it a little bit. There's now actually like a crawlable area underneath the roof in that section.
All right. Brian, can I make a Arcana check to see if I can't try to understand some more of the chain's magic and see what sort of repair I could do for some of this magical chain damage? Magic.
Sure. I think you guys removed the chain, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
But you can absolutely do an Arcana check.
To reverse the
Hmm.
chains. Oh.
I'll say that you can make an Arcana check if you want to go and try to do like a. To
My
see what works
alternative
for you.
is using my religion. Can I pray for deliverance from hell?
You can always pray for deliverance.
I will pray for deliverance. 8. Silence.
The Morenoloth piloting the vehicle says, "Hey, cut that down back there. It's distracting me." It seemed that the Morenoloth picked up your signal instead of Helm.
Well, you try your best. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. All right, you got 1 success.
I thought we had 2.
Oh, sorry, you have 2 successes. And
5 failures or something.
1 failure. And Volk, I'm gonna say that yours failed so badly it can't even be considered a failure.
Yay. Victory through incompetence.
You basically did nothing, is how bad it was.
Man, sure, I'm glad I prayed instead of, actually trying to do anything else.
All right, I'm gonna say you need at least 3 more successes before this is good enough to be considered fixed.
Oh my god.
I have
Well, I
a
have
decent
survival,
insight.
and I have the vehicle repair.
I will allow you guys to use proficiency or to use skills you are not proficient in this one instance, just so we can, get this
Try.
done.
Can I persuade my comrades with encouraging words?
All right. Once again, as with Volk, it's going to. You know what? I'm gonna say if you guys are going to try to encourage people and stand on the sidelines, I'm gonna say it needs to be at least 20.
Actually, how about this? If I use Dancing Macabre to kind of be a bit more extra manpower, can I do anything with that?
Dance Macabre would definitely would definitely add points to any kind of physical labor done to this.
When Damien makes a check, can I cast aid on him?
You could.
Would it actually help?
What does aid do? Does it add just like a D4?
It gives him 5 temporary hit points.
Oh, okay. It's not bless
It is
or
not
something like
plus.
that. 5 temporary hit points will unfortunately not do much unless
Oh.
Damien gets a paper cut.
Hold on.
With a combination of my insight and mage hand, would I be able to kind of find some kind of pivotal locations in the roof where it kind of needs more patching, or more
Damien, how old
extra
are you?
installation, if that makes sense?
Oh, what skill in Mage Hand?
I think he died at like
Insight.
28.
I'm sorry. People were talking over that again. What did you said? And
Insight and
Insight.
mage hand.
Once again, I think it's gonna need to be. If you're gonna be looking around, it's got to be investigation. Insight is for living things.
Oh, okay.
Or things that have autonomy. Technically, you could do it with a golem, even though they don't have enough mental function to think on their own sometimes. So if one of you wants to do an investigation check, Damien already has given a plus to whoever does this investigation through their perception check.
I have +4 in investigation.
I do not, so I am out of the running for this one.
Volk, do you have a high investigation?
Not at all. I have a 0.
Oh, wish me luck. This is +2. That's 20.
All right, Petra, you kind of crawl into the roof and look about. You do find some critical joint areas that would be good to punch out and make things easier. As in, like, push from the underneath and push out, as opposed to actually like remove them. So I'm gonna say that any attempts of doing more physical stuff would be slightly boosted. That is 3 successes out of 5.
Alright.
Damien, it's an option.
No.
You're young still. You're only 28.
He's 28. You know what? If you want to spend 25 gold worth of powdered silver, go ahead.
Brian, am I able to cast the coming of age ceremony on Damien just so he can add a D4 to his ability checks?
I think Damien has been enough of an adult in his own culture to not get the coming of age, to not be viable for the coming of age factor.
Well, Damien, I can give you funeral rites. Or alternatively,
I've been dead more than 7 days.
You can devote yourself to my god for a D4.
Damien, I can
Benefit.
also.
You could,
I'll have
Damien.
to think on that one.
I can also summon Dance
No,
of Macabre.
Damien could get divorced and
No.
marry some
No.
random person.
Absolutely not.
And then we could kill you, and then you'll be a
Nope.
Lemire. So then you could benefit from me marrying you to your wife again.
No.
Damien,
Alright.
I could give you, if you do like some sort of strength check, I could give you Dancing Macabre.
Because I already did an athletics check. That's what the
And I think-
19 was.
Didn't Texas Red do acrobatics, and did he fail at that?
He just couldn't do that.
Could you?
I said if he's got some really creative idea and it makes sense, I would allow it. But generally, I don't think I'm going to allow acrobatics in this sense. You could do.
Would
you
I
could
be able
use
to
your,
direct Texas Red to squeeze into different angles and stuff like that to help get under the roof so I can.
Texas Red is officially a slime person.
I will remind you that mechanics tools has not been used.
Yeah, but I only have 5 on that, and that's either a dex or an intelligence.
I'd allow you to make a strength here.
I would love to make a strength check with the mechanics tools. Unless somebody else has any
All right,
other.
Petra, are you blowing a Dance Macabre on here?
I like how you say blowing, as in that's such a negative thing, but absolutely I will.
I mean that in the sense of you're a warlock and have a limited number of spell slots.
Yes, because I will use them also, I guess, for cooking if I have the time for it.
All right.
Ah,
Petra, you have cast Dan's Macabre.
Yes.
Damien, roll me with advantage. And I'm going to say gets boosted as well because of Petra's earlier investigation check.
23.
All right. With a few very skillful tappings of your hammer, the roof snaps a few more times back into its proper shape somewhat. You're going to need one more check, but it's nearly there.
Hmm.
Did we do a survival check before?
No, I don't think so. I don't have good survival.
I have.
Unless I can talk to the metal, I'm not a lot of metal help here.
I feel you.
Volk, do you want to try and persuade some of the crewmen to help us? They're big and strong and boatmen, right, Brian?
They are Yugolas.
That's a good point.
All
and
right.
they're probably used to dealing with machinery.
Can I approach one of the boatmen and be like, "Excuse me, sir. You appear to have a bit of vehicle trouble. Would you be perhaps willing to lend your aid to our cause?"
You
For a
don't need to
soul
roll an
coin?
insight check, but okay. You offered the soul coin. Have
Yes, I
advantage
did.
on a persuasion.
I could do the insight if you don't want. If you want to hold off on the.
No, that's just a passive insight of you just know that they
Damn.
want money. Instantly, as many Yugolas as you want to pay soul coins for will assist. How many
many
soul
do
coins
we-
do you wish to pay?
How many do we need to complete the work? Damien, give me an estimate.
Ah. 2.
I'll take the 2 largest.
All right. And with their help, with Damien's tinkering, and with Volk's persuasiveness, and with Texas Red's chains, and Petra's strange undead army, combined, you manage to jankily shove the roof back into its original shape, albeit a little bit dented. But it is now, in fact, a location you can stand under without worry of being crushed to death.
Hey, there we go.
That's all we need,
Uh,
baby.
It is not completely back to the way it should be, but in all intents and purposes, it is more than good, or more
Tis
than good enough. If
functional.
you wish to pay a soul coin, you could restore it to brand new condition, but otherwise, everything is as good as new, as you can get with your own hands. Otherwise, actually, no, Damien, I would allow you over time to go and undentify this roof, if you wish to spend some free times doing that.
I will absolutely.
All right, just I'm not gonna remember, but
Yep.
you make sure to put a note to
I
do that.
shall mention it.
Undentify that roof.
All right, you managed to do it without having to pay people, except you did pay people.
Everything can be accomplished as long as you spend enough money.
Although you probably did fix it for less than it would have cost to fix it, so there is that.
I mean, that's the win at the end of the day, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
All right, with that, I'm gonna say your 3.5 days have finished, and you have made it to that small island where your tormentors are.
Are they
I'm gonna
still there?
need 2 people to roll me a dexterity check to get those tormentors onto this vehicle.
Oh boy.
I got
Is this a
one.
save?
Using the tormentor's own dexterity checks.
I still got it.
Oh. Ooh, that's worse.
Here we go.
Well, I mean, can we have some assistance because we specifically asked for the Yugolas help and paid them
Too
for it?
late. I drive it into the ocean.
I will
What did
allow you to
oh,
have
no.
assistance. Texas Red, do you take the assistance?
Yes.
I will allow you to have advantage on your vehicle movement.
Oh
I
god, he's
just
gonna roll a
use my
4.
ice hands on some like little sticks that can be used, so like they're like reflectors, so they can just like back us on.
Yeah, I will allow you to have a plus. I'll give you a +1 for that, Damien.
Sweet.
It's not a particularly high skill check here. All right,
Oh
congrats. You got it on.
god.
Damien, Damien, you cannot drive the vehicle and direct at the same time.
Oh, gotcha. Well, never mind then.
I'll
Somebody else
direct.
can. Nope, somebody else can.
Alright, then I guess I'll roll.
You do have advantage because you are getting assistance as well.
Mhm.
Then at plus a +1.
Nice.
Woo!
23.
All right, both vehicles
Natural.
managed to make it on. There's a bit of a scare twice. There is a surprisingly large crack in the ice on this little island, and as Texas Red and Volk drive their vehicles, the crack of ice gets wider and wider, and
I'll just like
you
stomp and
basically
do the deep freeze to try
you
to.
basically nearly tip the vehicles off into this newly forming crevice. But somehow, through sheer dumb luck, Damien's ice abilities and also directing, you managed to not get it into this crevice and into the sticks as well, and get up these narrow planks of wood onto the vehicle.
We're really good at this, guys.
Damien walks on with total confidence. He is not confident.
All right.
Hell yeah, that guys.
You will begin to, or you will be at the point where you will be shifting through the sticks. If you have anything left to do here in Stygia, let me know. Otherwise, you will be changing layers rather soon and be unable to go back without paying this Myrnaloth a
Did we
fee.
forget anything, guys?
Let me check here.
Oh, I forgot my toothpaste in the hotel.
Volk, about that button.
Alright, Damien. Let's talk. Join me in group 2.
Mm-hmm. So,
So yes, you wish for the button.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what you mean to do?
I understand what I hope to be able to do.
And what do you wish to give up?
A favor. I don't have anything that I can give her that is useful.
You
The
think
best
that
I can do is a favor.
a mere favor will pay the resurrection of a person? Damien, I hate to tell you, but it's not enough.
What do I have that would be enough, Volk? A favor can be anything. The only stipulation I'll put on that is that it can't cost me my soul, my friends, or my family.
Damien, do you have any more of that Victorian spirits?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Do we want to have this in general? I'm not quite sure what's supposed to be so secret about this.
I mean, we
I
can.
don't think they know the...
Yeah, they definitely don't know about the button.
Yeah, they don't know about the button.
Should perhaps keep that a secret.
Yeah.
Brian, do you want to ask them if it's okay if we transition planes?
Oh, okay.
Damien. What would you give to save somebody who you have betrayed?
At this point,
okay.
quite a lot.
The boat will begin. The boat will eventually will be sailing to a location where there is a vortex. The boat will start sinking in.
I'd prefer to do this before we leave Stygia.
In all good time, Damien. You don't have any of that spirit left, do you?
No.
It might make what's coming next a bit easier.
What do
Can
you
we
mean?
transition planes now?
Hey.
Where are we?
See, in my opinion,
I'm using my DM veto. All right. The boat will begin sinking into
Sinking?
the sticks as you reach a vortex in the sticks.
Oh,
And you'll become closer and closer to the rotted, fetid smell of the sticks.
Just out of
And
curiosity, Brian, which way did we go after the tormentors?
Oh, you just basically sailed away from the island, and then the Morenalas
No, I
gave you
know,
the
but like,
direction.
did we go this way? Did we go up north? Did we?
Roll me a survival check with disadvantage.
10.
You think they sailed back directly the direction that you came, but it could be something slightly off of that.
Okay.
So somewhere in this direction-ish.
Mhm.
And just the boat starts sinking into the whirlpool. Until the water should be over, and the water gets closer and closer to the deck.
Can I do an
And then
insight check on Volk real quick?
You may.
You may, yeah.
I'm just real fucking curious.
Volk, would you like to tell Damien what he gets out of this?
Let's just say Volk made a deal, and it is about to come to fruition.
Volk, perhaps it'd be a good idea to signal, considering it's on your end.
And I will press the button 3 times.
Okay,
Alright,
nothing happens if you press the button 3 times.
and with a magical
You
booming
have to
noise.
twist the button clockwise 3 times.
Wait
With a
for it.
magical booming noise, a hag appears in your midst. A night hag.
Granny Gravedirt. How nice to
hello.
see you.
Good to see you too, Volk. I managed to finish our deal. I
May I-
assume you want me to return him to you?
If you could.
Alright, he was pretty badly damaged up, but I took it out of the kindness of my own heart to put him back together. Of course, I'm not a healing witch after all, I am just an arms dealer. So I did the best that I could. But give me a second.
And she waves her hands, and suddenly Gial appears in your midst as well. Although it appears that some of his extremities have been replaced with wood.
I'm not
Uh,
laughing.
some of his fingers and parts of his face have been replaced with wood as opposed to their original fleshy features.
Which version Gial is there? Is it the Oni or is it the?
It would be the Oni in this situation.
Then, by the terms of our agreement,
Alright, folk. Right or left? And do you have any preferred methods of me removing it?
I suppose painless is too much to ask. But take the right
well,
one.
I will be quick about this.
And she pulls out a spoon.
Don't move.
And in a quick motion with her hands, one moment she approaches Volk with a spoon. Next moment, Volk has lost an eye and an eye is in a spoon.
All right, Volk. Our agreement is over. I do hope that we can remain on such good terms in the future.
Of course, having an eyeball just scooped out of his head, he will be, of course, kneeling on the ground in immense pain.
The eye is not bleeding. It appears that whatever she has done has cauterized the wound instantly.
What a professional. Yes.
It's
Indeed.
not to say that it isn't still immensely painful. The pain has not gone away at all. But you're not bleeding out of this hole.
Yes, it was an honor. Thank you for
And
your
in
service.
a bow that Volk clearly does not see, she will pop, and with another explosion, or with another booming noise, disappear. Volk, you have disadvantage on perception and ranged attacks, but you have advantage on intimidation.
Good to know. I'll shakily make my way over to Gial, and I will try to use some lay on hands to see if I can't heal him.
All right. And as you lay on hands, the boat, completely ignoring this entire instance, shudders and shakes, and the world around you changes into the hellscape. Everything is on fire as you transfer yourself over to Phlegathos as the first of many layers you'll have to go through. You begin lay on hands. How much health are you giving to Gial?
I'll give him as much as I can. 55.
Brian, do I know if this affects our current contract in place in any way that would impact my existence?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't remember the exact specifics of the contract I made with the Oni in terms of, leaving Gial.
Roll me any knowledge check. Or roll me your intelligence with proficiency.
I don't. Oh, so just add a 4 to it?
Yeah. Whatever your proficiency modifier is. All right, a 19. Technically, Volk didn't do anything.
So, from technicality, I'm good to go still.
Technically, you're good to go.
That is the best type of being good to go there is.
All right, Volk, you will attempt to do lay on hands, and as you start, you will find that whatever wounds that Gial has suffered, many of them have already healed in some manner, rather clumsily. It seems that, unfortunately, in his current state, he's not able to be restored to his normal appearance.
Right.
You also know that Lay on Hands is not a powerful enough spell or ability to restore limbs to their
Right.
full state as well.
I know. I'm just more.
You will be able to give him at least a little bit of a positive emotional feeling with your Lay on Hands, but I will allow you to keep your Lay on Hands ability.
Okay. And then can I also cast Lesser Restoration on him just to see if that does anything else?
Lesser Restoration. Let me.
It's
Can
not a
you best
lot,
the
but
ability?
it's more just flavor healing at this point.
All right. I'll allow you to do that, but as before, I will allow you to keep it, as
Okay.
it will not do anything here.
Okay. Is he conscious?
He is conscious and standing, although has like 1,000 yards stare on his face. Yeah. He's not really responsive to your emotions.
I'll smile. A very exhausted smile. It's good to have you back, Jill.
Can I do an insight check just to see if he's the same Jaw we knew?
Sure.
As in, like, do they mentally impact him at all? Does he know what's going on?
Sure.
Did being tortured and left out to dry mentally impact you? Maybe.
Yeah, he's heavily impacted. He's. You get the impression he still has his mental capacity, but is heavily shaken up by the things that have occurred to him in the past, and is not exactly sure what's going on right now.
All right, and I'll kind of guide him over to our vehicle and sit him near the Shrine of Helm. And then I will go back to the party and explain myself.
Give me 1 second.
Is it possible? I know you're busy, Brian, so I apologize.
Sorry, I'm just publicly making fun of Melissa.
Fair.
Anyway, so what were you saying?
I don't need your shit. I spelled it correctly.
Anyways, suggestion. It's influence a creature that, magically to do what you command, essentially. Okay, so if I tell Gial you should forget about what happened to you, or like how he was tortured, something along those lines, would he forget about it forever? If I include the term forever, you should just forget about what happened to you forever. Is that something that can happen, or is that
That'd be
not
like a
something?
modify memory times.
Yeah, it's a
8.
bit more.
You would have to cast some memory modification spells.
Okay,
for that.
so suggestion won't work in that instance then.
Suggestion might work in a short term, but I think suggestion also has a limit as to how long it can last.
Up to 8 hours, and it's concentration, I believe.
So at
No, it's not.
best, if you
Shouldn't be.
casted it every 8 hours, yeah, I would say that would work. But you would have to be every 8 hours on the dot for the rest of his existence.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Do it. I want to see this blow up in our faces.
Can't wait for Petra to be in the middle of combat, get hit once, and suddenly Gial goes from competent warrior to PTSD
It's actually
shock
not-
veteran.
It's actually not a concentration, so we're all good on that aspect.
But it is like a spell slot out of your like 5 a day. And that is like 5 every
Oh, I don't even have
Actually, it
five.
would
I
be
thought
every
she
day
had
for you.
3
I have 3, but I also have like ones that are above.
arcane
Tier 5?
invocations.
They're not invocations, no. They're just like I don't know how to explain it. They're like
Class
one
stuff, yeah.
extra spell for like I have one level 6 spell. When I get to a higher level, I
they're
get
extra stuff, yeah, but they're not. Yeah, but they're not actually counted. They're just this is
Yeah.
a spell that you know and can do.
Yes.
All right.
So,
Vork, I know we talked about using suggestion. Do you think it's a good instance in this case for right now, just so we can kind of learn what happened?
leave the poor man alone. He suffered enough.
See, I'd be ending his suffering in the short term for it, though.
You can't forget about this. An experience like this, it'll go with him for the rest of his days. No amount of magic can ever erase what the Oni has done to him. But
That's the spirit.
the offer is certainly noted, Petra. So, to answer a few questions, shortly after we abandoned Gial, I made a deal with the previously contacted Granny Gravedirt, a night hag Damien and I met outside of Death of Innocence. She is more than willing to perform favors for us, provided we have appropriate payment. As you can see, payment is often quite blinding. Oh, I'm in a lot of pain.
Okay, Mark? I don't
So
know
yeah.
if you're in more of a mental or a physical pain.
I apologize for going behind the party's back. But something had to be done. And not all of the party was sure to support my actions. So I paid the price. I got Gial back, although he will never be the Gial we knew. But ultimately, it was a good price to pay. I do not regret my actions, and I hope you can find, if not forgiveness, then understanding.
Volk, I'm so proud of you for putting your own agenda first behind everybody's back. You're really growing up here.
Petra, you roll an insight check. Volk, what is insight?
He means every word he says.
I'll buy it.
Texas, we're just really proud of you, Volk. Like
I
so
am-
proud.
I'm going to look at Damien and be ready to intervene if I need to.
Damien has actually wandered off.
I'm
And
gonna go
it
find
is,
Damien.
you guys are all kind of like right here on the boat, just talking and chatting near the vehicles, and Damien's wandered off towards some of the boxes over here.
I'm gonna go talk to
You
Damien.
can tell that he is, and I would like to quote, slinked off to the cargo hold to wrestle with his heel.
I know how I spelt it, Brian.
So he is currently wrestling with his feels right now.
A real feel wrestle.
Damien, I know how you feel. Trust me, I know. I know you need to think about it. Perhaps you can think about it over a warm meal.
Not now, Petra.
Would you like me to stay by you or give you space?
Just give
Or
me
would you like me to
space.
summon summon
No,
my chef
no,
friends so you can
no.
talk to them?
I don't need to talk to anyone right now, Petra.
Alright, I'll give you space. Would you like me to check on you? Later?
I'll come back when I'm ready.
Very well. I shall leave you to quote unquote deal with your what was it again?
Wrestle
Wrestle.
with the feels.
The rat I'll let you deal with your feels. Yo. And I shall go back to the group.
Alright, by the time Petra returns, Gial seems to be at least in the present enough to transform back into his at least to you guys, regular goblin form. Although the goblin form looks just as,
How many limbs is he
haggled.
missing?
He is not missing limbs so much as parts of limbs. He's missing about half of his left hand, and a good. It looks like one of his bones in his right arm has been replaced with wood.
I am going to
You have no idea what's happened on the parts that are covered up by his clothing.
I'm going to put some sort of blanket or something around him and offer him biscuits. I'm sure he hasn't been fed in a while, so
He's going to take the biscuit and look up at you guys and say,
Why? I heard what you guys said. Why? After everything you said about me, why did you make that a deal?
Because I'm not the type of person to leave friends behind. I made a judgment call, and followers of Helm must stand by their word. It's the law.
So then I have you to thank for my rescue?
Yes, I was the one who orchestrated your rescue.
and Volk, you can see a little bit of tears well up in his eyes. He kind of like rubs his face and says,
Thank you.
Won't thank me yet. Get some rest. For the first time in a very long time, you're in a safe place.
and Jill is going to slowly go into one of the vehicles and kind of like lie down in the back seat.
So we might have to worry about. I know Damien's dealing with his feels right now, but I'm very concerned with future conflict within the party due to this. I don't mind either way. It's one more person to enjoy me cooking. But I can see it creating friction too. So, what do you propose?
Deep down, I know that Damien is a good man.
But good mental Oni?
What's eating Damien alive right now isn't the fact that Gial is an Oni. It's the fact that he betrayed Gial, left him to die, left him in the hands of someone horrendous.
Are you confident in that?
Have I ever made a mistake before?
Yes.
All right, hurtful.
Finish your sentence.
No pause. Just no pause.
I'll give him some time. Then I'll chat and see if we
I'm-
can't reach an accord.
I'm just concerned with possible future murder.
Damien won't harm Gial. Of this much I am certain.
I'll take your word, Volk. I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page, eh? Because, no, that's quite important, I guess, for this.
All right. Is there anything else, or I'm gonna get some shut eye? I
see what
suppose.
Volk, do you want me to do something with your wounds?
No, I already have this pretty cool eye patch picked out. I picked it up at the markets. It's got a skull and crossbones on it. It's pretty cool.
As Volk puts it on, it's pretty crummily made. It looks like whoever he got it from really did not care about Volk and
What
his.
can I say? I don't have
his
much of an
request.
eye for talent.
Look at what you did, Brian. Just,
I'm actually looking at Volk's character just to see if he has an eye patch on.
What, you think that I would do that?
No, but the hat is covering up one of his eyes.
You know how long I've planned this?
How long?
since at the very early, or at the very latest, since we were at the Sahagan Market, because that's where you got the fucking eye patch.
Perhaps. I guess you'll have to listen to the recordings. They should be out sometime 2055.
Hey, I just put a new one out a few days ago, alright? Chill.
Has Petra been introduced yet in
No.
the story yet? Okay.
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
We were just
Light
going to
years.
Mechanicus.
No, unfortunately, the people who are in track of notifying what would happen last session to the party are doing a bad job of notifying what happened to the last session to the party.
Hey, I'm up to session 54.
Progress.
This is, like, supposed to be session, I believe, 73 or something
Ooh.
like that, but...
We're getting there. We're getting there. Right?
I mean, I could be way back to session 48, but, you know.
So are we in this right now, or are we still in Stygia?
We're
You
in-
are in Phlegathos, actually.
Which one's
Swamp.
Plegathos? Is that a swamp?
That was the
No,
oh, yeah.
No, the
Phlegathos
fire.
is
Fire.
actually
Fiery shit.
Phlegathos is what you think of when you hear hell. Avernus is destroyed wasteland, created so because of the Blood War.
Yes.
Phlegathos, everything is on fire. There's lava instead of water, and there's volcanoes everywhere. The Styx is the only body of water in Phlegathos. It's going to take a little bit of time to find the next location to get through to Mineros, which is the next layer up.
True, and I think that means another encounter roll, right?
I'm going to say no.
Did
guys
you
want to pay
update the
security fee?
scheduling, Brian?
I did.
Okay.
And by the way, you guys can fly again. Yay.
No more lightning?
Yes, actually, all of you are immediately blinded by the flaming light of Legathos for a little bit before things go back to normal, as this is the first actual lit sky you have seen in many a day. Many weeks.
Seems about 50% darker than I remember. Kind of strange.
Maybe it's a welcome home party.
Hmm.
I mean, somebody's got to be happy to see us, right? Right? Right?
It's not going to be our boss. Of that I'm certain.
Maybe he had a change of heart. Or a change of innards.
Or a change of quite literally his entire body.
Yeah.
Hey.
Maybe he's happy now.
When was the last time you heard of a happy devil?
I was pretty happy when I saw that you disregarded the party's wishes in order to do what you thought was best.
We're not the same person. Stop drawing comparisons.
How about when you make it so easy?
All right. Do you have anything you would like to do on the days traveling between Phlegathos to Dis? You'll be traveling through Phlegathos, Mineros, and Dis. Phlegathos is once again the place that's on fire. Mineros is the swamp where the devils kind of just chuck anything that they don't really want to deal with into. All the monsters that they get from realms that they're conquering, they kind of just chuck into Mineros because it's easier to chuck them there than it is to deal with them.
Can we get a
And then
postcard in
Dis
each
is
one of the gift shops?
you wish to go to a gift shop?
Yeah. I figure it's like the transport point.
Well, I mean, if you would like to request a stop in Mineros and Phlegathos, you can.
I just don't want to pay the extra fees. It's like getting off the cruise ship. It's like an extra $200. I guess I'll just sightsee.
All right. You see some pretty unnerving things scooting about in the waters in Mineros. Strangely enough, or maybe not so strange, the water here, while murkier and darker than it was in Stygia, it's kind of hard to tell what is and isn't the Styx in Mineros. The water around you is just as equally disgusting. And as you dip into another portal into Dis, your noses just smell like you feel like you'll never be able to get the smell of Mineros away from you for a while. As you reach finally the streets of Dis, as you teleport from murky abandoned swamp into bustling metropolis. Several days have passed.
Can I go
Pace
talk to
forward.
Damien while we're in the city of Dis before we get off the boat?
Sure. You have about 30 minutes before the boat makes or settles down.
Time to head into the Feely cellar.
Don't do it, Volk. Don't do it.
You must deal with the Feelies lest they consume you. By
I
Texas
think-
Red.
I think
I
Damien
don't.
is okay with letting his feelings consume him.
Isn't that typical demon behavior? Whatever. I'm not worried about it. I'll make my way down the steps in my heavy plate mail armor. What state do I find Damien in?
Damien stabs you in your other eye.
Roll a perception check.
I actually wished. I think it's probably
I
best
don't
I go
stand a
to the
chance.
group chat because I'm sure the conversation is something I should not know about. But
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like honestly, the more that we can see other people's interactions with each other, the
Okay,
more we enjoy our time here, as opposed
if that's
to
what you want to do,
if we didn't do this, like 90% of the session would be secret from each other.
that's fair.
I mean, just straight up, you don't see him.
I guess I'll address the room. Damien, I can't make you out. I can't tell if I'm talking to you or the empty room. Losing an eye has been quite the experience. Can't say I'd recommend. But if you are out there, then I apologize for going behind your back. The emotions we deal with are difficult. There is no right way to feel. I can't say whether your judgment was wrong or mine, the absolute best in the situation. Only time will absolve me of that decision. And well, I think I made a choice. I understand if you have reservations about it, but
You hear just like a sarcastic laugh just coming from like behind one of the boxes off to your left.
Oh,
Reservations, huh? I'm not angry that you did it, Volk. Honestly, I'm kind of glad that you did it because seeing how bad he is, I would have been too late. I hate the fact that I don't know how to feel about this whole thing. Because he was my friend for so long. I defended him to you and everything. And I had no reason to snap at him like that. To just turn on a dime. None whatsoever. But I did, and I can't take that back now. But I still can't look at him and see my friend. And I don't know why.
I understand what you're saying. Life is nothing but a series of gray areas, some just darker hues. But I ask that you remember one thing. When you came to me, and you asked for the button, what was your feeling then?
That I didn't want him to die because I made a stupid rash decision.
Remember that feeling. After all the emotion, after all the anger passes, the only thing left is decisions. And the power, the feelings that you had there, were a truer sense of self than you could ever have created. You're a good man, Damien. You'll make the right decision. And Volk will walk out.
Don't trip
Back up
on the
the
third
stairs.
step.
Son of a bitch! Oh, God damn it!
Tried to warn you.
I have the acrobatics of a -50. Alright, that's kind of all the talking I wanted to do. Anyone want to fight any dinosaurs? No,
So we're all
just me?
free. We're all friends again.
Of course, we always were.
Oh, I
Well,
must have
except
missed-
for you and Damien. I'm pretty sure he
Mm.
still wants to murder you, but
I mean,
that's
that's okay.
One step at a
Tech-
time, alright?
baby steps. Well,
Texas Red won't hold that against Damien.
you are an excellent devil, Texas Red.
Thank you. You're a lot like me now, Volk. You understand me. Does Volk realize he's created a monster yet?
Let's explore the city, huh? There's some supposed to be, a little different from what we've tasted from up till now, which was cold, awful, horrendous.
Yeah, it's
Now it's
warm, awful, and horrendous here.
steady, awful, and horrendous. We did spend a little bit of time here. And we met Petra. Is that a
Hey,
negative?
someone's keeping an eye on Lemire Nyla, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Do we leave her in the daycare? With the golems?
Oh, did we leave her in here? Because, I mean, man, that would Or are they not
No,
mocking me at all?
Nyla the Lemure was chucked out of the boat very roughly
Hmm.
by the golems because they did not want to have any of you on their boat.
God
Well,
damn.
Nyla, it's been an honor.
I mainly say that because, she kind of pissed off a god last time we were here. Don't exactly want to
We could turn
have
her over to the god
wandering
and
over again. No.
turn her over to the god and square up our debts. I like the way you're thinking, Damien. One step ahead of me. Guys, I have to
So,
go.
fun
Over.
fact: Nyla the Lemure is worth 1 soul coin.
Oh, but we could use
Damien, we
it.
can't completely write it off the table.
Like, what if we're stuck in... Wait, Brian, can we throw
Surprisingly enough,
Lemire?
she is actually worth more as not a Lemure because everybody
To
hates her
who?
so goddamn much.
To
The
who
Lemire
exactly?
cries a single tear, unknowingly why, doesn't know why.
Brian, can we throw Lemire directly into the engine, like in emergencies? Like, say we're like trapped in the desert and we're like, oh, we're out of fuel, but we have a Lemire and it just got
I'm gonna
shoved
say
in there.
no for the sole purpose of because it's a
Sole
PC.
purpose.
If Nyla the Lemure was a regular Lemure that was not a PC in a former existence, then I would say yes.
Okay, that's still good to know. These are good things to know
We
still.
can't write off all of our options yet.
I'm gonna say that your actions of using Nyla the Lemure as a soul coin are limited because once again she did used to be a PC, and I'm not going to allow you to decide the fate of a PC when they're completely incapable of doing anything.
Wait a minute, isn't that how you guys got to hell in the first place?
I was a Lemire for a short time there.
You were like the
Everybody
coolest
was
Lemire, though.
everybody was happier when Texas Red could talk or
Well,
communicate.
considering Texas Red's the reason why we got trapped in here in the first place.
Well, Petra was not trapped here. Really, only Damien stuck here.
No, I'm
because of-
saying, in the perspective of Damien and Nyla.
Yeah. Well, that's your guys' fault for not deciding what to do. And the heroic cowboy of the story was like, well, gotta get a move on.
So quick order of events. Texas Red, you are a devil with impressive charm. You want to take charge of selling the vehicles?
Sure, but I think you'd be more persuasive here.
If
Only
you
because I have a feeling rank will not get us a better deal with the Yuga Lost, who will most likely be the buyers, given they operate in their own hierarchy.
So, quick question: are you selling these to Yugolots or devils?
I was gonna sell them to devils.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, I guess there's also the third faction of
Adventurers.
adventurers.
We should sell it to the adventurers. Yeah.
Could you guys just get like spare parts
Unfortunately,
from them?
there won't
Any
just
important
be
spare
there won't be just like a shop you can sell them to adventurers from.
I know. Can we just wait by
You'd
the?
have to go
Oh, we're
and
not.
sell off. You'd have to sell off the streets to a bunch of adventurers, like a bunch of crazy, street sellers.
Street vendors.
Used vehicle, only lightly bloodstained. Gets great soul coin per mile.
I would allow you to use persuasion checks and whatnot.
Well, I think you have a higher persuasion, don't you, than me?
I have a +8, so
Yeah,
probably.
I don't. I have a +6, so technically, I think
Okay.
you would be more adept at selling in.
I was just planning on selling to the devils, and I feel like you would get a home field advantage. But I'm okay if you want me to
At
sell.
the same time, I'm a chain devil, and I don't. Brian, do we know if somebody below a chain devil would even have like the authority to or be able to typically afford a vehicle? I feel that's like bone deviling up at least.
When you're selling a vehicle to a devil, it's effectively selling it back to the devil army.
Okay.
I mean, okay, there are exceptions. There are always exceptions, but you probably would have to go to like a baron or one of the warlords in order to have an exception here. And unfortunately, the warlords are on Avernus, but there are plenty of barons and mayors here in Dis.
Well, it's up to you guys what you guys think is best to pursue. If we Volk, we could also tag team it. Good paladin and a wannabe evil paladin.
All right, I'm thinking selling to adventurers wouldn't be too difficult, hopefully. We can set up a little stall. If any devils come in, then you can strangle them with your chains.
Whoa. I don't think now is the best time for me to go knocking off more devils.
Well, how much more hot water? Just pull out your secret card.
What is my secret card? Because I think I forgot what it is.
You forgot who you've sworn allegiance to?
Yeah, see,
Just
I
throw
don't.
that out there.
I think that is less of an all-access pass than you are making it out to be.
I feel like
in case you forgot, literally Texas Red swore allegiance to the leader of the largest faction of devils.
Yes, I realize this. And it's funny, so I keep bringing it up. But alright, yeah, we should probably find a place to stay first. Petra, you have any recommendations?
Or I have recommendation. I have the inn that I always cook at. They're fantastic people. They always give us discounts because I cook for them.
Alright, can you get us there?
I think.
So, do you want to take the party to an inn or like a restaurant with like rooms above it, or like I will as you are the character who has been in Dis the longest, I will allow you to get nearly full creative liberty in this place.
Yes. So essentially, this place is mostly, an inn. So it has plenty of rooms, has a bar, but this also has a really people come there for food too. It's not just drinks and alcohol. It's also, food.
Okay, so it's like an inn and a restaurant.
More or less. Think of like a hotel in real life, like a hotel.
Okay. As opposed to being a bar and like a like a tavern and an inn. It's like a hotel. Okay. Absolutely. And because you have, you've been here before thanks to your inn with Gordon Ramsay, who is a god in this layer. You can find him on God Street.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 20 doors down from Urzel Taxka. Yeah, you can absolutely go here and make your business. Unfortunately for Petra, you only get a third of the income because obviously, as this is one of Gordon's amazing places.
Oh, I'm not cooking for profit. I'm just cooking for free.
All right. Then all of your profit will be all of the profit that would be going to you normally is instead going to your patron.
Yep, more or less.
How are we supposed to make money, Petra? God damn it! We need more money.
Until you trust me with your life with my cooking. Until then, I would not cook for.
However, luckily, because Petra has an inn here, in terms of advantage and not in terms of housing, you get to at least eat for free.
Hey.
That is part of the agreements of this place, at least as long as Petra is with the party. You do have to still pay for housing.
Right. Okay.
But that
Petra,
means,
how
yes,
much are we
you
going
can get
to
as much
pay?
wacky shit as you want.
What was that, Volk?
How much are we going to pay for this place?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Well, it is a hotel, meaning you can either you could hypothetically fit half the party in a room if you so chose, or you could get individual rooms, or you could get some of the rooms at the upper floors of this place, and which are extremely fancy. I would say and extremely pricey as well.
Brian, we have 18 soul coins. All right,
But going there could give you some renown. some flair in this place.
I mean, Petra's going to cook throughout the entire night, so she doesn't have to worry about that.
I'm poor as hell.
All right, then you could, get 2 of the larger rooms for the whole party and just shove as many people as you can inside them. Actually, I take that back. The way I'm describing it, no, you could probably shove the entire party, considering there's only 4 of you in this room. 5 of you. There are 5 of you, right? Because Petra will not be there, but y'all will be. No, sorry, I apologize.
Four?
There are only 4 of you because Simba is still chasing after that refrigerator.
Right.
And of course, I'm going to use Dancing Macabre. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because I want to know how much soul coins I'm sending to the one and only great chef Gordon Ramsay.
Well, it's determined typically on not so much the quality of your food, but the quantity, because if you provide bad quality, you're not allowed to cook here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Makes sense.
So it's really just a matter of, how many of the hotel guests and passers-by and residents of this place come into your facility.
The word will
It's
spread overnight.
it's more of a passive. Petra, how dare you assume that you are the only greatest cook of Chef Gordon Ramsay, of which he has an entire group of beings, of tieflings and devils and humanoids.
That's fair. That's fair. But
Sometimes I forget Petra's a tiefling.
Here in this hotel, you are one of many of Chef Gordon Ramsay's patrons.
Fair. All right. Yes, I shall use my chef's tools then and cook up a marvelous meal for the patrons who are staying at the thing.
All right. Excellent. Yes, you are more than qualified to be cooking in this place.
Excellent.
You kind of show off a little bit to some of the newer chefs who, as part of the training, they gotta go and cook at some of the restaurants around here. You kind of show them the ropes on some of the weirder ingredients. All right, while Petra is taking over this kitchen with her army of skeletons, what is the rest of the party doing?
I am going around and telling every chef that Petra thinks she is the best chef and better than all of these people.
Oh, thank you, Texas Red. Thank
Yep.
you, Texas Red. They should know about that.
Yep, all the cooks,
Sure.
all the other cooks, not the patrons, Brian. Just the cooks.
Oh yeah, that's
Texas
totally
Red,
okay.
roll me a persuasion check.
Please roll high. Please roll high.
Brian, can I take disadvantage on this so it comes off as very insincere?
Well, no, Texas Red. I assume you're doing this in a malicious manner.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page here.
All right.
Excellent.
Petra,
Attaboy.
for the entirety of your time cooking in this place, you are getting side eyes, and the cooks are not really assisting you in the right manner. They're not really being they're not really being team players. And as you are showing them the ropes, you try to teach them on how to be team players. But for some strange reason, it seems almost like they really dislike you for some reason. You're not quite sure. I mean, all the Texas Red did was compliment you.
Yes. And, if more chefs that hate me, the better. They are a parent of my skill.
All right. Besides the horrible war that's going to happen in this kitchen, what is the rest of you doing?
Damien is preparing his bed on the vehicle, the lovely box which he has grown accustomed to.
All right. So, all right. Volk, are you paying for this room?
I suppose I am.
All right.
How much for a room?
Welcome to this hotel. Yes, see what you wish for one room, one of our larger rooms.
Yes.
Yes, I can do that. How many nights will you be staying?
We'll be staying 3 nights.
3 nights. Well, for 3 nights, that would be 3 soul coins.
That's a reasonable offer. Here you are. I will slide
Excellent.
3 soul coins forward.
All right. Yes, this room has the bare essentials. It seems that the room that Petra had mentioned that you should get is probably the cheapest room that they have in this hotel.
Just the bare necessities, you could say?
It just has 2 beds in it with a little bit threadbare with threadbare blankets, pillows that look like they were last stuffed like 5 or 6 years ago and smell kind of musty.
Simple bare
Seems
necessities.
something caught on fire in the corner of the room, but was put out. But there's like ashes remaining there.
Thank you for getting my
Uh,
shitty joke.
Damien, are you sleeping in your vehicle?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have parking permits for this vehicle to be slept in? That seems like loitering to me.
I'm
Of course
sleeping
we
in a
do.
box. Does anybody know I'm in the box?
Well, you'd have to roll pretty high in your stealth checks for 3 days. Luckily for you, your Cloak of Elvenkind, if you are wearing that, gives you advantage. So please, roll me 3 hide checks with advantage.
Oh,
All right. That's probably good enough for you to not be noticed. You just need to have a parking permit for your vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Of course we have a parking permit. I have it in my bag of paperwork.
Correct. You did get a parking permit previously. Good point.
But was that
Alright.
only for Stygia?
No, we had
No.
one for here. We have one.
Oh, shucks.
We have one for. We have like a dozen different parking permits.
All right. You have 3 days ahead of you. Petra, are you doing anything but cooking?
I will be cooking, and I also want to visit my patron. I'm not sure how you envision Gordon Ramsay as a god. I don't think we talked about it. But
It has been a while since you have seen the face of your god. Because, normally he doesn't take visitors. He's too busy teaching people, so he's too busy,
Bringing in his own patrons to learn from his cooking. So if you wish to schedule a visit, because I don't think the great Petra needs to learn how to cook, unless you wish to take one of his classes, which in
Oh,
that case you would need to pay for those classes.
no.
You would have to. You can attempt to schedule a visit if you wished.
I would like to attempt to schedule a visit with him.
all right. In that case, does anybody else wish to meet Petra's vision or Petra's patron?
Yes.
Good.
I am not going to let that happen.
Well,
I am not going to tell the party of my plans.
All right.
Wow, keeping secrets from the party? How dare.
I'm
All
just
right,
taking a casual
Petra.
walk through this.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. First, I'm just going to go around to see what everybody else wants to do in here, and then I will go and in order of whatever I see fit. I am the DM here. I decide. How dare you? So, what else does what do the rest of you want to do?
I was hoping Texas Red and I could sell the vehicles.
I
The
will.
two tormentors.
I
I will
will
gladly
also like to
assist in
take our
that.
vehicle to get repaired back up to 100.
All right. Did you want to go to a shop to do that, Damien, or did you want to do that yourself?
I thought you said that we had to go to a shop. Oh no, you said I could do. I'll do that myself.
I said that you could either go to a shop or in your downtime you could attempt to fix it yourself.
I will attempt to do it myself, please.
All right. I do believe that is everyone. Okay. In that case, Damien, let me get some rolls off of you. Just roll me with just roll me a using your tools.
Wah.
Damn.
Yeah, within the first day, you fix your vehicle up, perfect, good as new. Now that you're not moving about anymore on a
On
boat
a
that's rocking back
rocking
and
boat,
forth,
yeah.
and since you actually have the time with the vehicle not being in motion and whatnot, it's an easy fix. All right, Petra, how are you going to petition to your god to allow you to do a visitation?
Um, What's the normal way? Because obviously I did that before,
Well,
so I
there
could get
really
my.
is no normal way now that you are a petition. Now that you are a patron, a full patron.
How about when before I cooked my first meal at this hotel restaurant, I prayed to I prayed to Gordon Ramsay saying, "This meal's for you for an audience request. Please accept this offering as in like all the
All
social
right,
ones I
so
got."
this is, I'm gonna say, roll me again with chef's tools. This is a one specifically to try to be an invite.
And this is with advantage.
I'm gonna say this is a normal roll. You
Um,
gotta prove to you gotta prove to your gods
I
that you
do
can do it
gotta
on
prove
your own.
them.
All right. Yes, you think you do an exceptional job on this, and you kind of decorate it with garnish, and then an order comes in, and you turn around to accept the order, and you turn around again, and the dish that you had just created is gone.
Excellent.
And in its place is a note with a time and a date.
And what would that be?
This would be about afternoon in your second day.
All right, afternoon, second day. Got it.
All right, Volk and Texas Red. What
Yes.
street would you like to go and set up this street vending site?
Of course, we would have talked to Petra, and we would have figured out where most
Also,
adventurers.
you probably need to get yourself a street vending license.
Of course, I'll get that, and I'll allow Texas Red to scope out the area we've picked out.
All right, I'm gonna need Volk to do an intelligence check with proficiency, and I'm gonna need Texas Red to roll me either a perception or an investigation check.
Got an 18.
Oh.
Oh, right.
Ooh.
Texas Red, these streets all kind of look the same. You're not really sure why Volk would want you to scope out this street. But it's a street. There's people moving by. Clearly, it should be good enough.
People need vehicles, right?
All right. So you kind of meet back up. It's been about 2 hours. Volk finally gets through that basically hour and a half long line just to go and fill out a little bit of paperwork. Literally, it's just 2 lines and a soul coin across the counter. Volk, subtract that soul coin.
Rats. I was hoping you were gonna give us a flavor soul coin.
And you set up this store. Do you do anything to make this impromptu shop spicy? Interesting.
Of course, we've created some
Yeah.
signs. Damien helped us out with some fresh wood cuttings.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Damien, would you please do a
Carpenter's tools check.
carpenter's tools check? Absolutely, that's exactly what I want.
20.
Excellent. And
I'm
then
a fine craftsman.
I will allow you to do sleight of hand. You know what? I'll also allow you to do insight. Whichever one, sleight of hand or insight, to decorate this shop as you kind of either do something fancy with your hands, or you're kind of using your insight abilities to decorate this store to make sure that it catches the eyes of the adventurers you're trying to get the attention of.
So, Dakota, what's your insight?
Mine's a 5.
That's higher than mine. Can I assist? Can we work together and get advantage?
I'll allow it.
Go ahead. Hell yeah.
Together, we're super insightful.
You want to just stop being adventurers and become used car salesmen?
I don't think my current patron would appreciate that.
Someone's got to be we could be a front for
Asmodeus.
yeah, we could be a front for him, and you know, just launder some money. You know how it is. That was out of character. That Volk would not have said that because that is extremely unlawful. And I don't want Brian to punish me.
Brian would
Alright.
never punish you.
Historically, that has been proven untrue.
What? I've never punished you unfairly.
I didn't say it was unfair. It was totally deserved.
Alright, using your insight, you craft up this attention-grabbing stall with Damien's finely crafted signs that he had created earlier during that time. Now,
Alright.
I'm gonna need some kind of charisma checks to, you know. Are you shouting out to the passersbys, or are you
Can I
kind
try
of
and
letting
make my
them come to
chains
you?
dance like those inflatable blow up men?
I'm
Hey!
gonna say no, because I don't think you have the chains for that. However, you can probably purchase chains of a significant length for you to be able to do that.
How much gold?
Yeah. What are we talking
Uh,
here? I think it's a worthwhile venture.
I absolutely agree.
You can absolutely purchase yourselves. Let me see how expensive chain is actually. I would say
It says
with
we have
your
10 feet of chains. Or we have 50 feet of chains. It's in the party money.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
yes,
we
if you,
can.
if you wanted to use that, you could make one just chain dance about.
Can we
Yeah,
use...
but I could make it like a chain snake.
Ooh, yeah, have it do the worm on the ground.
Yeah. Maybe
And-
spell out for sale or something like that.
Can we have also the chain net? Can you turn that? Can you control that as well?
If it's chains, I think it's fair game.
Yes, remember that it is on a long rest that your ability gets reset, so you will not be able to use it again until you've taken a long rest.
I think this is a worthwhile venture.
Could be. Why
Alright.
not? The
Roll me that
anti-party would never
charisma.
attack us right now.
Roll me charisma with your chain ability.
How'd they find us?
Oh wait, that's a saving throw. My bad. Wrong one. Unless we just take away 4 from it, I think.
Do you really want to do that?
Alright.
Kind of a limp noodle.
It does not move.
It kind of flaps about. You're not really used to your new ability. Not really used to the mental control and the taxing powers of magic. You really did not use your hurl flame that ability too much either. So yeah, it just you try to do the worm with the chain net, and it really just kind of jiggles a little bit in the corners every 30 seconds or so, but really doesn't do any kind of
I
meaningful movement.
tried.
All right, can I do a persuasion check to see if I can draw some customers in?
Absolutely.
12.
12. All right. Yes, you managed to get a customer to come over.
Excellent. Also, before we did this, of course, we would have talked beforehand and known how much do these things go for? Because the party has purchased a vehicle. Did they get options to
The
choose
party
from?
did not purchase a vehicle. The
They were
party was
given a
given a
vehicle.
vehicle, or had taken them from other people.
They weren't. They didn't need them, Volk.
I mean, but can we get a guess on how much this thing is worth? Hmm. Does the party have any experience with how much a vehicle should be worth? Can we roll insight to see, or maybe history, or maybe religion?
There's no religion.
Just saying, Nyla would know the value.
Well, Nyla isn't here.
Well, Nyla is here. She's just not really trying her best
Oh,
as
see,
a
I thought I
Lemire.
got through into the sticks. Okay, that's good to know.
You just kind of pop up whenever it's convenient.
Nyla can teleport because Nyla is a Lemure and can't really do much in her current state.
Excellent.
As long as you're not in two places at once, I will allow it.
All right, so you kind of use your persuasion skills, and one half elf
I'll be
comes
right back.
over. What are you selling again?
We have right here 2 tormentor vehicles, lightly used, who we no longer have a need for.
I see. Huh. All right. Well, not quite sure. What do they run on?
They run on soul coins, as all devil vehicles do.
Gold coins, you say? Well, not quite sure if I have the budget for that.
Well, why don't you just take a look at one of them?
Volk, would you please use your persuasion check to see if you can convince this person to change their mind about not really wanting one?
Do you want me to go with the 12 or can I make another roll?
You can make another one. The 12 was
Alright.
just to get somebody over.
28, baby.
Volk, give me the sale of a lifetime on this one vehicle.
Look, alright? You're walking around this city. This city is massive, almost infinite in aspects. And what's more, it's hot, it's bothersome, and there's a lot of people trying to mug you and take your money. Say goodbye to all that hassle and all of that bluster with the purchase of this lovely tormentor here. Just one single soul coin will get it going for up to 3 days, and it will transport you anywhere around the city. Do you think any no good ne'er-do-well is going to approach a man who is driving a vehicle that screams and consumes the essence of his enemies? I don't think so at all. Not only will this thing get you around town in the most fashionable style, it has also been battle tested and is thoroughly durable. So even if you decide to go to the other planes, you know that this thing will get you there in style and in safety.
Well, my good sir, you seem to be putting up quite an argument. I guess the soul coin fuel could make it worthwhile considering the amount of advantages I could get from this. Very well. I guess I will. I guess I'll buy one. How much does this go for?
Can I make a quick insight or nature check? Or not nature, history check to see either how much I've seen these things go for or how much he's willing to pay.
Sure.
Insight. 9. Oh god, I suck at insight. I
Well,
suck
it
at
seems to be a.
Can I also assist Volk? Because, I mean, we did some work for the quartermaster on the front line. Maybe I oversaw paperwork. We've been a lot of manufacturing places, right?
Also, how much did it cost for us to upgrade it? Or any of them?
It was like 8 soul coins.
It's at
Well,
least 8 soul coins per vehicle.
All right, I thought those are just the ones you're selling are just the standard vehicles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
'Cause
those
the
have,
one we got
those
from the
had been
party-
upgraded. Those were both are
each
previously upgraded
each
to be boats.
So to upgrade the very minimum to like get a turn a in order to change the weapon, the minimum the cheapest weapon is an 8 soul coin weapon. They typically contain one weapon on these vehicles, and the armor combined. I would say each one of these vehicles would be roughly 25 soul coins.
Okay.
With your selling with that persuasion, you might be able to jack it up a little bit, but be careful you don't oversell it because they might not want to they might not want to buy it.
All right. For you, good sir, it's a dangerous world out there, but you can have safety and style for 32 soul coins.
32, huh? I mean, 32 soul coins, you say? Well, that is quite expensive, but it does seem logical. All right. I guess I'll buy it.
All right.
Do you take gold?
For more than the soul coins, I'd say we do.
There will indeed be a
Fee.
Conversion.
transactional fee if the payment is in gold. Of course, just to cover the equivalent cost of exchanging gold to soul coins. I'm sure you understand.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
And I think
Alright,
it's an
I'm going-
extra 10 gold for every 100 gold.
We about to be rich, Volk.
Yeah, we are. Dude, we can sell another one. Oh, we
Just
don't
say
even
it's
need Petra
4,000.
anymore.
4,000
All right.
gold.
Hey, Volk, you,
No, that is
me,
not 4,000 gold. That would be 3,520.
Volk, you,
Yeah, but with the
me,
conversion fee.
bounty hunting bad
The
guys.
conversion fee was factored in. Melissa,
Alright,
you're bad at math.
yeah, let me
Or I'm
actually
just
All
trying
right.
to get more money.
I'm sorry, can you
Alright.
say that again?
So add 3,520 gold.
Okay. Yay. 4, 4,
And
5,
you
6.
are one vehicle less.
Okay. Nice job. Dakota, I say we split it 50-50 and
Hey,
abandon the
Volk,
party.
I mean, I think you, me, we head for, the good planes, become bounty hunters. I'm sure we can find a crossover between people Helm thinks and you think should go back to hell and what Asmodeus wants, and, make us a good living down here.
If you can provide an adequate case that a judgment declared upon a person was lacking and you submit the proper paperwork, perhaps it can be understood that the law applies to all of those, even the good ones. The law punishes both good and evil blindly, for justice is blind, and the law unforgiving.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Brian, what does it say Pathfinder in the bottom left corner? Are you stealing assets? How
What?
dare.
Me using someone else's map of dis because it's so much more convenient? I would
I assume you
absolutely.
should make your own map, Brian. That's what a good DM does, right?
Or just make Melissa have them. Have Melissa make them for you.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah,
I don't get paid enough.
Melissa, you claim to be an artist.
Yeah, have you ever heard the term starving artist? You could be one of them.
No.
I promise to pay you an exposure.
Oh, really? Exposure from the own videos that I put up?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So what's next?
We still have another vehicle to sell. Probably take care of that on the next day. And, I don't know. Relax as much as hell allows. We should probably meet maybe our new boss?
Nah.
Oh, right, and I want to go shopping on the last day that we're here. Just, pull the market, see what we can't find. But is Petra here to talk with her god? It is. I'm okay with ending the first day.
I'm back, so yeah, we can do whatever.
We can end the first day.
We did it.
Guys, you won't believe how much money we have.
How long does it
At
take for
least
me to actually watch
1,000
my
gold.
patron?
I'm gonna say you're gonna be spending half your day kind of in that location.
Okay, I'll do that then. I
Who
just want
was
to make sure I'm
GL
there
with that whole time?
on time.
Who was with GL that whole time?
Yeah.
Apparently nobody.
He was with me and Texas Red because I don't feel comfortable leaving him in the hotel room alone.
Fair enough.
Not after last time.
GL is just kind of in the back of the stall staring at a wall, like deep in thought. He's there consciously. He is just not there, emotionally.
He can sit next to
alright.
Nyla.
Alright, now that kind of jiggles.
Ugh, icky. I'll be honest, that's gross. Even if Nyla wasn't a Lemire.
Now I really can't do anything else.
I
To be
mean,
perfectly
she
honest,
would
in
be
her
trying
Lemire
to
state.
pickpocket him, and then her hand would get stuck on his
Okay,
butt, so it's
whoa,
probably better.
whoa. Nyla hasn't done anything evil since she was basically killed by a god. So
Eh,
remember, she was trying to sell pots to get enough money.
she was
All
a
right.
Lemure at the time.
Did half of the pots, and I made it halfway through, and then I turned into Lemire.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, let us finish the car selling saga, and then we can go to Petra and see what horrible things happen to Petra. I mean, great things happen to Petra.
All
Only
right.
great things.
So I'm gonna need another persuasion check to get a person over.
13, slightly better than
Alright.
last time.
And let's speed this up and get another persuasion check to convince them to get the vehicle.
Texas Red, do you want to assist on this one?
Sure.
Can I roll with advantage?
I will
22.
Thank God I'm here, guys.
All right, Volk, give me another speech.
You've seen them. They're all around. People walking. A bunch of just regular ass devils, adventurers, schmucks. That's what they are. And tell you what, you're not? A loser like them. You came here with purchasing a way to make your life easier. And this, my friend, will do it all for you. It'll drive you from point A to point B. Not only that, but it'll also run over your enemies, protect you, and protect you from the raging inferno that is most of hell. Look, we all know what this puppy can do. She can run over any type of terrain, including water. It's a solid investment. We all know it. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. What are you thinking for this puppy?
Well, what I'm thinking is, this thing looks pretty beat up. I think 20 soul coins is fair.
My good sir, you wound me. Beat up. Those are battle scars, is what that is. Proves that this vehicle has been in it, and I personally know that she can come through it. She's been not just to one layer of hell, but she's been rated up to Stygia. My good sir, I couldn't do this for any less than 33 soul coins.
33. You're ripping me off.
I
Just
would
because
now.
you put a bunch of empty tubes on the side does not mean that this thing is worth 33. I could buy myself one of those devil's rides for half that price.
Oh, you wouldn't know it, but those devil's rides are a real death trap. Hell, we've scraped together more than enough money robbing people who bought those half-bit rides. This puppy here, certified dismayed. And even better, it can handle the heat, the cold, and the feeble mind of the sticks. I've been there personally. You don't want to get wet with that water. I'm sure anybody can tell you that. Tried and true, she's the best money for the offer. Tell you what though, you can knock it down to 29.
29, you say?
All right, Volk, roll me a persuasion check. This is contested.
Ugh, is Texas Red helping?
I'm gonna say Texas Red cannot help you in this.
Damn. All right, 14.
All right, you got a deal.
Oh, thank God, this guy's awful.
29
All
soul
right.
coins.
I will add those to the party money.
All right, Petra. You walk the streets of Dis alone over to the God's Street, where many minor gods reside. Petra, roll me a d8. You are walking by yourself to the streets of Dis. All right. As a citizen, or as a person who has spent much of their time in Dis, you kind of know the safe streets to go down. You kind of avoid the clouds of shadows flying overhead. Avoid the gangs of imps and their crazy knife fighting. You know, they run around seeing how many times they can stab a person before they die. You know, simple imp games like that. But yeah, you managed to avoid them. You know where they live, or where I should say, do you know where they hang out? Uh, and you kind of you make your way to God Street, mostly uninjured. You saw some pretty weird shit going on. Not your deal. After all, Petra's too good for some of that stuff. And yeah, you will make it to the residence of your patron, and you will make it there a little bit early because you're very excited about this meeting.
Is there someone out in the kind of in before the house or the kitchen to greet me, or is there no one?
There is another tiefling wearing the official guard clothing of a paladin of Ramsey. They've got bright white colored armor with an apron in the front, a battle apron. It's basically chainmail, but in an apron style. And they've got a large white hat, like that of a chef hat.
Damn.
Except it's just a chef hat. There's absolutely no metal to it or armor to it. Cooking is a serious business.
Oh, absolutely. I shall approach the guard, bow. I am Petra McConaughey, and I have an afternoon appointment with the one and true chef, Gordon Ramsay.
Ah, Petra, eh? I think I heard that there was a schedule for you. Let me double check.
Pulls out a scroll, starts looking through it.
Yes, Petra, I see you right there. Yeah. Just give me a second. I'm gonna let the inside guards know, and you can be led through the gates as soon as they open it up for you.
Thank you
Uh,
very much, sir.
And the guard kind of does the hand signs for message. And after a quick back and forth, all right, the gates are opening now. Come on in.
Thank you very much, sir.
And as
And
you
I
go
shall
through the
enter.
gates, a small group of tieflings, half elves, and humans come out of the door. Obviously, one of the classes is finished. You know that these classes are not cheap. They are probably overpriced, but they are worth it to get into the business that you're in.
Absolutely.
You walk up to the fancy. This building is well maintained. There are some buildings on God Street that are absolutely disheveled, but this one is one of the nicer ones. It's obviously the guards and other patrons of Gordon keep this place looking nice.
Of course, it's the one and true chef, Gordon Ramsay.
And as you approach the door, the guard there says,
Ah, yes, you were Petra right here. Just come on in.
and pulls the door open for you.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Petra, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
One moment.
I will allow this.
Constitution save and throw.
All right. It seems that one of the students cooked some really foul stuff in here. But you managed to, keep your composure for the most part. Your face does turn a bit of a greenish tinge, but for the most part, you keep it together. Clearly, this person did not cut off the third eyeball of the Stygian fish before they
Oh,
attempted to cook it. And
idiot.
it exploded. And obviously, that's why this place is filled with a yellowish mist. And inside is a large-sized humanoid wearing a large chef hat and dressed in white. You know it to be your patron, as he is hastily using prestidigitation to clean out this place.
Absolutely. I shall wait till he's finished.
All right, and he will continue cleaning this kitchen for a little bit and keep you waiting, but it'll only be like 5 minutes. Magic is a magical thing. And he will turn to you and say, "Yes, Petra, you have requested an audience with me."
That is right, Chef Gordon Ramsay. I truly appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. So, as you probably are aware, I have been cooking for many a people. One of them includes a god in another realm. Now, through many complicated situations, I am doing. I'm going to. Which realm of hell are we going to?
Avernus.
We are going to. Me and my party are going to Avernus, and I was wondering if there's any ingredient that you are in need of. You know, any rare one, anything at all. I'd be more than happy to get it for you.
Avernus, well, indeed there is. I've heard tales that some of the gardens that were used to populate Avernus are not completely destroyed or corrupted. And as Avernus used to be a place of temptation, the fruits in this garden are some of the greatest around all of hell. If you can give me some, I can perhaps grow some more.
Sorry, is this a fruit, vegetable?
It's a
I'm taking,
fruit.
and it's in a garden of what?
One of Avernus's gardens. I've heard that there are some that are not that have yet to be destroyed by the wars.
Ah, yes, those dreaded wars. Truly, very bad for commission. Kind of hurts
Sounds
us a little bit. But aside the point, I shall retrieve this fruit for you, Chef Gordon Ramsay. And if I do apologize for kind of being a little selfish, but I have some personal stuff going on, and I want your advice. So the other day, I was very confident in my cooking. Obviously, you taught me, I played to you, I do everything fantastically. And so when I was cooking for this god, I needed to offer something up. Okay. Now that was the lives of my compadres. But they were not appreciated of that. They did not have confidence in my cooking. I've always created fantastic dishes for these guys, but they didn't like that. So what am I doing wrong? Am I not cooking fantastically? I thought I was. Is there something I'm lacking? Surely you should know something about that. I want to improve as much as I can to be the best chef of yours.
Yes, of course. Surely they do not have enough faith in your cooking. You have not fully captured their hearts and their minds.
Exactly. And I don't know, like, I've created dish after
I
dish after dish for them.
I am disappointed in you, Petra. Of course, this is to be expected. This is why, once again, I have passed you over for some of the cooking teams that I create. But if you get this fruit, I might consider it. But in general, you just need to do better. There are
Oh,
some dishes of which you can cook to convince them permanently. If you, I will in fact give you a recipe if you wish, if you give me that fruit.
oh, Chef Gordon Ramsay, I much appreciate that. I'm confident in my cooking, like I said, but compared to you, oh, I can't compare. Now, there's also, how do I convince someone who, like, there's this guy in our party named Texas Red. He doesn't want anything to do with me or my cooking. I can't even attempt him a nibble. I'm very disappointed in myself for not being able to, but that's just the kind of guy he is. Any recommendations for that?
Ah, well, if you cook a good enough dish, the smell alone would be impossible for a devil to resist.
Of course, I've been lacking in the smell department. And I hope this recipe that you may provide me can give the allure of this devil.
I can look through my cookbooks, get you the perfect recipe, but only if you give me the one of the fruits of one of these gardens.
Of course, it shall be done, Chef Gordon Ramsay. Now, of course, I'm always here for you. Is there anything else you'd like me to do in Avernus?
I think that my task is enough.
All right. Thank you, Chef Gordon Ramsay, for allowing me opportunity to speak with you and make deal with you. I shall be on my way, and I shall return with this fruit.
All right, Petra, you will leave. And the guards will give you a friendly gesture as you exit the facility, as you exit the grounds of this house.
And I shall be friendly in return.
All right. Petra, you kind of take your streets back and make it back safely.
Excellent.
All right. Anybody want to do, or Damien, do you want to do anything on the second day? You're the only one who's free.
Not really. Hanging out on the vehicle, making sure no one steals anything. Keeping an eye out, make sure no anti-party or anyone else shows up.
All right. Oh, Damien, roll me a perception check.
Bwam. 25.
Yeah. The being that was watching over you and the party in Stygia. There's more of them now. And you've seen them following the party about.
Mhm.
And one of them is just kind of, staring, watching down at you.
Mhm.
Trying to be all sneaky, but of course I don't know if you want to acknowledge its existence or let it know that it's being watched. But you know it's watching you.
Can I try to hide from it and then like pop up behind it and grab it and just be like, "Hey, what you doing?"
Sure.
Oh, you want me to do a
Roll me
stealth,
a
I assume.
stealth check. Roll me a stealth
Oof.
check. You don't get advantage on this. Yeah. You attempt to sneak up behind it,
Mhm.
and roll me a athletics check. All right. Give me a second. I'm just checking to see if it's even possible for an imp to escape that.
I do not believe so.
It is not possible for an imp to escape that. All right. So the imp kind of watches you and cockily stays pretending it's not, it's not being seen.
Mhm.
And then you suddenly lunge at it. And it, knowing that you're getting closer, thinks that, oh, I can escape this. And you basically grab it before it could even attempt to escape.
Mhm. Hi, buddy.
Uh,
What's your
all right.
name?
And as you grab it, it will turn into a spider and slip out of your hands.
Hmm.
And turn invisible. And turn invisible again.
All right.
But you have successfully spooked this imp.
Mhm.
Do imps have that ability to transform?
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they can turn
It's
into
not
spiders,
typically
rats,
useful.
or ravens, I believe.
It's not particularly useful for Torun, considering you guys typically go into combat all the time.
Mhm.
But yes, the imp manages to slip out of Damien's hands, and basically you're looking for an invisible pin in a haystack.
Yeah, basically, like as soon as it slips out, I'll just like open my hands to, I assume, let it go or whatever, and just be like,
Yeah, there is no way you'll be able to find it, but it is definitely you know for a fact it is running away.
mhm. And I'll just go back to the car and just loiter around.
All right. I would say loitering is a crime, but I think at this point, I think honestly, loitering is probably the only thing that isn't a crime in Disc, considering this is hell.
Mhm.
All right. End of the second day. Third day. What do you guys want to do?
On the third day, I would like to ask Damien if you'd like to come along to help me gather information.
Sure. May as well.
Excellent. And then I'll give him the spiel that Chef Gordon Ramsay wants me to retrieve fruit from a garden of Avernus. So obviously, I have to
Oh.
retrieve such rare fruit for him.
Uh,
And
Damien, in case you forgot, that garden that you had found is similar to the one with the mutated plants is kind of what she's talking about, but not really, because that
oh,
one was
where we
changed by demon
completely,
blood. That one
essentially, the
is
place where we completely fucked that. What
so
was it, Claire?
it is a different place because that one was mutated by demon blood. But you're looking for a similar thing but unmutated.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm essentially just want to try to find the location of that. That's what the information I'm trying to gather.
Would
You
I
got
be
you
able
got the
to help her out with any like? Oh well, it's been here, here, and here, so I haven't seen anything here. But like anything like that?
yes and no. Remember that Avernus changes its placements of things and its overall landscape. But for the most part, you can kind of be like you have not seen it yet.
Yeah.
Um, Also, Petra, from the description that Gordon Ramsay said, it seems like there are multiples
Yes.
of these gardens. It's just he wants you to get one of any of them.
Yep, and I want to find out where those gardens are so I can go to the one that's closest to where our party objective is.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, to your knowledge, Damien, there is no gardens near any of the settlements of Avernus.
Mhm.
And obviously, anything near the Blood War current front would have been destroyed by now. Considering the Devil's main tactic is to heavily bombard the front lines with fire. And, Garden isn't going to survive that.
Yeah. I mean, like, we'll try to figure it out, but I don't know of any off the top of my head.
But yeah, that's what Petra's going to try doing for the rest of the day today. Just find out all that information. Go to different places. Try to figure that out.
All right, we'll get back to you on that. What is the rest of you doing?
I guess I'll look for a scroll shop. Petra, I hope, recommended one to me.
All right. Do you guys want to journey together, or are you intentionally going separately for secret purposes?
I'd have no ulterior motive.
I'll go with Volk then, because I don't think I have anything.
Well, what I mean is that you guys as a party could go and move about as opposed to having you in separate locations.
I don't know.
Also,
Is Nyla willing to share her mission with all of us in the?
Petra.
Nyla's the one here.
Because Petra didn't tell us she was going to see her god. You know,
Well,
yeah,
to
it's
your
pretty
knowledge, you never
selfish.
knew that I went to go see my god. So,
but didn't you just come back and tell us you had to go get a fruit for your god?
well, yeah, of course. Gordon Ramsay told me to. I can tell the party this. If
Yes,
that's
yes. Listen to the voices in your head, Petra. We all hear them.
also, I know for a fact Chef Gordon Ramsay told me this. He summoned me to his palace when I offered him cooking from a hotel as offering. So yes, I must go retrieve this fruit from Avernus, from a garden, and I'm trying to find information for where these gardens are, so that we can be more time efficient.
All right. Well, um, information broker. You obviously know where one is in the scroll shop.
Well, as everyone knows, there's plenty of secrets in Dis. Petra would know that's the low key, the biggest export from Dis out of all of the things sold here is secrets. So it should not actually be difficult to find an information broker. The real question is which one to go to.
Can I do some sort of check to get the best one?
Um, sure, Petra, roll me a history check.
History. Where would that be? That's a +0. Let's go. 9.
You kind of think about the devils of old, based off of your knowledge of the base history that was taught to you by your time here in Des. And you really can't think of many actual notable names that would be anywhere that you could access. So quite honestly, you'd probably be better off just going to any information broker to figure that out from. Figure out who would know something about these long ago gardens. As for a scroll shop, as I've stated before, this is full of stores, and you can buy nearly anything here, as long as it's not a holy relic of some sort. Sorry, an untainted holy relic of sorts. So scroll shops, you can easily find some.
All right. Where do we want to go first? Information or scrolls?
What I know from previous experience that the scrolls are just typically closer to where we are currently at. Um, the information broker, a little farther out there, kind of more hidden, if that makes sense.
Right, scrolls it is.
All right. As you enter the building, a faint chiptune noise is played in the background, reminiscent of that of a Pokemart. As you walk up to the counter, this place is basically the door, like a 5-foot space, and then the counter, and then in the back you just see shelves upon shelves filled with scrolls. And Damien and Volk. Damien, because your perception is ridiculously high, and Volk, because you just know the feeling of magical warding. You can both tell that going across this counter without proper authorization would be pretty bad. You can kind of feel the unholy magic here.
Ooh.
No sticky fingers. any-
Welcome, welcome. Ah, adventurers, I take it.
You know
What
the
can
sort.
I do for you?
Come here seeking more window shopping than anything else. Looking for a very specific type of scroll. A scroll of planar travel.
Ah, we've got those. Yes, right over here in this shelf.
And the devil ahead of you, who happens to be I'm going to say happens to be an eater of hope. One of the ones that you fought during the invasion that you stopped with with the wings and the horns.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Yes, I have several.
And how much do you charge per scroll?
Yes, well, these are quite difficult scrolls to acquire, considering what kind of level they're containing.
Of course, I understand the magic. Well, not completely, as much as one can understand magic.
I'm definitely not delaying to open up the magic item table.
25,000 gold.
Oh, only 2,500? See, guys, I told you it wasn't that bad.
Let me double check to make sure my pricing is correct on that. Yes, 25,000.
25,000. All right. We super cannot afford that. But I would like to take a look at some of the less common ones. The more common ones.
Sure. Of course, our prices are fair. We have many adventurers here, and we like to keep good business. Some of our less rare ones, but still quite difficult for the common adventurer to cast. You look to me, sir, to be a more of a hitter than a caster, if I'm not mistaken.
You
And
are correct.
so some of the more difficult spells for you to cast, we've got some that are, somewhere between 1,200 to 5,000. Those are our rarer options. Otherwise, some of our more low tier spells can be up to only up to 500 if you really needed them.
All right. I'm looking here for scrolls of invisibility.
Invisibility. Yes, we've got those.
All right. Can I
Let
just
me
list out
see.
the scrolls I'm looking for here?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm looking for invisibility, mirror image, seeming.
Give me a second. Mirror image, and you said seeming?
Yes.
All right, seeming is 5th level, just so you know.
Yep.
Which will be at the 5,000.
Okay. I feel like we should pick up Goodberry if only to insult Petra.
Insults would be taken.
Okay.
All right, Goodberry will rack you up the very expensive price of 100 gold. Which, quite honestly, a soul coin for Goodberry is not that bad.
Is that for all first level ones?
Yes, apparently. I will have the right to go and make things a little bit more expensive, but I would say Goodberry for 1 soul coin.
How much for a second level?
Actually, you know what? I'll say 120 for Goodberry.
How dare, sir.
This is hell. And you should not have the right to eat good food for super cheap. Second level spells,
Yeah.
they're gonna be around 250.
Okay. Shit.
All right, so invisibility and mirror image. I'm gonna say invisibility is probably 250, mirror image 300.
Okay.
Seeming once again is going to be 5,000.
Damn it. I'm looking for a very specific spell. Generate. Oh, damn it. Regenerate is a 7th level
7th.
spell. Well. Okay. Can anybody think of any other second level spells? I'm thinking blur, invisibility, mirror image.
We should get a second good berry so I can cast it and eat a good berry in front of Petra.
Do you want 120 gold to be
Yes.
spiteful?
Yes.
All
This
right.
this text is red.
Okay.
All right, so remember it's 120 gold for 10 times to be spiteful.
Yes.
Oh, definitely. 12 gold of spite?
Because each berry is good enough to feed one person for a whole day. Although, if they're not consumed within 24 hours, the berries lose their ability.
Do you have to, does it automatically generate 10 berries, or can I cast it 10 different times for one berry?
It automatically generates 10 berries.
Still worth it.
Okay.
Which
So
would mean
we
that
are.
everybody in the party could basically T-pose.
Plus 500 for two. I'm saying 2 invisibility. Let me see what blur does. Disadvantage. Attack rolls against you.
Can we get scrolls that have reactions, like, for example, shield?
I think you would have to. Yeah, we can. I believe so. Brian?
So then, to use a scroll for that, would that be a reaction then?
No, you would have to use the scroll as an action, and then as your reaction later, you can use shield. I believe is how it would work. I don't. Although I'll be honest, I don't really know.
I
Be up
honestly, off the top of my head, do not know the rules on that either.
It'd just be kind of nice to get shield scrolls if we could use those as reactions. That'd be kind of
But
broken,
yes,
honestly.
once again, so just so that we all are on the same page, spell is a higher level than that you can normally cast. DC is 10 plus spell's level. If that is not in your spell list, if it is a spell that is not in your spell capabilities, like if you're trying to cast a wizard spell, you have to do the same thing. And if it is both not of your class level and or if your class type and it is higher than you can, you have disadvantage on that.
So even if I'm a 4th level caster, I would still have to make a check if I wanted to cast invisibility.
Yes.
Interesting.
Is there a spell
Granted, it
for?
would be a DC 12. So
Can you
Yeah, but
not
that's
cast second level spells?
no, I
No.
can't. I can't cast
Oh.
wizard spells because not a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a wizard?
Not yet. Brian won't allow me to multi-class paladin
Well,
wizard.
base D&D rules, you have to have at least a 13 in intelligence.
Well, that's not me then.
also no wizards. They all get the overpowered spells.
Okay, let's see here. So I would need to make a DC 12 check. Have a +4 to Arcana.
And before you guys think I'm being crazy, normally you can't cast a spell that isn't in your spell list. So
Mhm.
that's why.
Oh,
So that I'm allowing
God,
you to cast
scrolls
invisibility.
suck.
Yep.
I'll be honest. These are pretty atrocious. But no, mirror image seems pretty decent.
I have suggestion, Volk. Take a look at our good camaraderie who came with us, GL. What's y'all doing right now?
Staring blankly into a wall.
I do
Gial
think
is giving weird looks to Damien, but is also being on the opposite side of the party from Damien.
Mm-hmm. Damien makes it very easy because he is doing the exact same thing except for stubbornly 100% avoiding any eye contact with him.
Anyways,
Actually, you know what? Honestly, giving weird looks to all of you except for Volk.
I mean, I feel like you shouldn't be looking that hard at Texas Red. Let's be honest here.
I mean, Texas Red is now a chain devil.
I guess
that's
fair
true.
enough.
Like,
But not the first time.
I think maybe we should maybe think about purchasing a modified memory scroll if Gial wants to get rid of his memories. The reason I say this is
the problem with that is that we would need at least a 7th level scroll if we were to buy it right now.
yeah, and I was just about to mention that. And the longer we wait, the less likely is we would be able to afford this kind of thing.
Also, it
Well,
only
you say that, but
erases or
8th
modifies
level
10
is
minutes of memory.
Oh, that's true.
Think about the worst 10 minutes. We're gonna try and remove that. We have a whole
Right.
stack of them.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
The
think we.
10-minute thing. Yeah, you're right about the 10 minutes. I'm sorry, I didn't think about that.
I think right now, like, second level is the max. I think picking up.
Unfortunately, I'm not quite sure the therapy spell exists in this game.
So we have
But
to
I
live
would
with the
say
consequences
7th
of
level
our
is probably a fair casting level for whatever the therapy spell would be.
unfortunately, we have to live with the consequences we created. Gosh darn it!
Wow, the DM created consequences for your
Right?
actions?
How
It's a
dare
terrible game. Why did we agree to play it?
you!
Well, what if we cast enlarge on Gial while he was a goblin, so that way he could hit people with his glaive and not have disadvantage?
Whoa.
Oh, we're wasting so much time. It's not even worth it. All right, I'm gonna pick up 2 invisibility.
All right, or hear me out. You kill Gial, take his glaive. Fun fact: apparently, the weapon of a creature is actually what determines the damage the weapon does. So it would be like a 2d8 glaive.
Yep.
Damn.
I got a lot of strength these days.
I'm not suggesting terrible things because I want to give you consequences. I'm just saying, it'd be pretty funny.
Ooh, what about haste spells?
I don't know. Yeah, they're useful, but also, wait, is there a way? No. Can I? Never mind.
We don't have to, of course. Completely up to you.
I just think we should stick with some of the lower level stuff to save some money, like mirror image.
Haste,
Great
like
one.
a second or third level spell.
It's a 3rd level one,
It's not
which will
that
be,
high.
but also that increases the chance for failure.
I
Because
suppose.
right now on a D20, cast a 2nd level spell, I would need to get a 8 or higher.
What do you
What?
add to that?
My Arcana.
I can't help with Arcana checks, Chief.
What's your Arcana? Do you not have
0.
proficiency in it? Oh.
Oh,
Nope.
also, Dakota, because you're the only and Melissa. Melissa, your spellcasting modifier is Wisdom right
Mhm.
now. Dakota, your spellcasting modifier right now is Charisma.
Ooh.
All right.
Obviously, if you take spellcasting classes, it becomes whatever that class is.
Mhm.
To blur mirror image. Yeah, I think mirror image is definitely worth it. I'm a little hesitant on blur, but mirror image for sure. Because especially for Damien when he almost dies, it just basically gives you a chance, 3 chances at them not hitting you.
Mhm.
Damien, what's your Arcana?
+3.
Okay. So you need a 9 or higher to cast this?
Probably.
Oh, well, it says an ability check using a spellcasting ability. So it would be straight wisdom.
Spellcasting ability would be Wisdom for me, so it'd be +4.
Oh, so mine be Charisma. So it'd be
It would not be
+4.
proficiency because Damien cannot cast spells.
Yeah, so I would just have +4.
That's fine.
Same with Texas Red. It would just be straight charisma, no proficiency.
I mean, yeah, that's the same for me. I mean, my Arcana's
No,
+4, and also my
your spellcasting ability is
Charisma.
I'm pretty sure you add proficiency to yours.
Yeah, because
So what
you're an actual spellcaster. You add proficiency whenever you cast a spell.
Okay, so do I use my Charisma and then instead of my Intelligence then?
So you would be as if you were so it would be charisma plus proficiency.
Oh, then that makes it so much better. All right. Because then it's a +8.
Would that apply to me as well? Charisma plus proficiency?
Yes.
Okay.
It's obviously I'm trying to make it less punishing for those of you who could actually cast spells, and I think that's also by raw the way it works.
Yeah. Yeah, would I be able to get some of those mirror image scrolls too? Because my AC is a solid 13.
Yeah. You can get the blur ones too.
So what ones?
6.
Blur.
Blur. It basically has everybody disadvantage on you.
Disadvantage to hit you. If they
Yes.
cast like an area of effect, it does nothing.
Petra, you could also get straight up light armor.
Strength up light armor?
You could literally just get light armor. Do you have light armor? Do you have any armor?
Actually, I don't think I do.
If you don't, then your AC would be 10 plus your Dex modifier.
No, my Dex modifier is 1.
So
I must have some sort of light armor on.
do warlocks add their charisma to their AC?
No.
Okay.
That'd be
Take
nice.
this red. We can get you a floating disc. It floats 3 feet off of the ground. Are you interested?
Man, I could be safe from all the
Whew.
gnomes.
Safe
You
at
would never
last.
trigger another trap, except it can't move.
Real useful.
But it will follow you. Just as soon as it's within 20 feet of you, it's immobile.
No, thank
It's
Oh,
Are you
good.
sure?
It can't even move across a 10 feet deep pit.
Yeah, I must have studded leather because studded
Yeah, and
leather
I
is
just double checked. You have the best light armor available.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic.
Okay, we can go to an information broker yet. I have 2 invisibility, 2 blur, 2 mirror image, 1 good berry. Is that
Okay.
reasonable for everybody?
You want me to get one blur, one mirror?
If you want to
Alright,
buy it
so-
for, yeah, we can buy another one of each.
Once again, what are you getting? Say it slower.
All right, hold on. Let me just add the last bit. We are buying 1 good berry, 2 invisibility, 3 blur,
Let me.
and then 3 mirror image.
3 mirror image. All right, that will rack you up to a total of 2,270 gold.
I would also like to eventually get light armor while we're in the city, I suppose. I forgot I do not have proper fitting armor.
Right. Yeah, we can stop by and pick some up.
Oh wait, what does proficiency in heavy armor mean? Sorry,
You can wear heavy armor.
without a penalty.
Yeah.
I can get heavy armor.
Problem is you wouldn't be able to add your dex bonus to your AC if you get anything above medium.
So I want,
Medium only gives 2 bonus to your AC.
So what armor do I want if I have 20 dex?
Probably studded.
Okay, then that is what I need. And now that I'm a humanoid, I can just wear run-of-the-mill armor again.
Yay.
Don't worry, regardless of whatever armor you have, you are always weak to heat metal, except you are immune to fire.
Stud leather gets 17,
Okay,
and you still have sneakiness.
so I want studded leather. That's
All right, you can get regular studded leather for 45 gold.
what is better than regular studded leather.
You could get Batorian steel studded leather.
Ooh, how much more does
Yes.
that cost?
Well, that would probably rake you in at like 900 gold, but it would be a +1, so you would have 18 and stealth.
You guys, I think it's pretty worth it for me.
I mean, you do get hit an awful lot.
Well, now that I have melee weapons, I might.
I'm cool with it.
The party okay with me cashing in on 909 soul coins?
9 soul
we take-
coins.
Nice.
we-
Yeah, okay.
No, 900.
Well, if you can find 900 soul coins, go ahead.
Can we take out the gold instead of the soul coins? I feel like the soul coins are more
Valuable.
all-purpose.
Speaking of soul coins, do you guys mind subtracting 1 soul coin, just to make sure that your vehicle has power?
Okay.
We can say that you left your vehicle unpowered during the entirety of the boat trip.
How much for the Praetorian armor?
The Praetorian armor would be 900 gold, just for the studded leather version. The formula is basically add a 0 and double the price, and it gives it a +1.
Okay. Is there anything else anybody wants to buy?
I'll just buy rations, but that shouldn't be too much. How much would rations cost?
Rations.
I just want enough rations to be able to get our party to Avernus and back, essentially.
Well, 1 day's worth of rations is 5 silver.
This is a ripoff.
So 2 days is a gold.
Per person?
Because we're not really keeping track of rations, I will say I'll allow you to just pay like, 20 gold to get yourself a good number of food stuff that you can make food out of.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
I'll subtract it. Oop. All right.
Yeah.
And
Anything else people want?
Do we want to get some more chains now that I can attempt to control them? I only say attempt because it has been a 2 for 2 miss so far.
You saw here it's pretty much just going to be metal ropes of different lengths.
Do we have a reason for holding on to 90 gold worth of gems? Or can we finally sell those?
I think Matt wanted to make magical weapons out of that.
So we're
you
definitely
didn't
selling them.
You did not get any kind of estimate or evaluation on the quality or usability of those gems.
the gems.
If you look into party money at the top, there's 90 gold worth of gems.
Oh yeah, that's technically Nyla's money.
Nope. I refuse. It's in the parties now. We picked it out of her squish. Damien just kept coming to me with gems.
Mhm.
Said they were Nyla's gift. Weird.
I hope this comes back to bite you when you're doing your monthly roll.
Here, Volk, I'll sell them, so it's not even in your power.
Oh no, please, Texas Red, don't do it.
Hope I sold them.
Oh, tragic.
God, Brian, I'll make an extra corruption roll.
You're immune to corruption rolls here. You're already too evil.
So I'm willing to make an extra one.
Besides, it's only been 18 days since your last corruption roll.
Matt, do you care if we get rid of them? We can hold on to them if you don't.
No, you can sell them.
Just trying to do a little bit of housekeeping.
At this point, Nyla doesn't care too much about fancy things like gems.
I was too busy drooling in a corner right now.
Correct.
Classic Nyla. Alright, alright. That's I think everything for party funds as it goes. Damien, do you have anything you wish to purchase?
Nah. I have some
Alright.
stuff I can sell.
What do you have?
I have 5 javelins, 5 spears. I'll keep my hand axe. Some purple worm teeth. I still have 1 Yeti pelt from however long ago and 1 Hellhound hide from however long ago.
Oh, that Yeti pelt is literally worthless.
I mean, like, look, it's come
Are
in
you sure
handy
it's
a
not
few
the
times.
Yeti pelt that you went and rode on?
No, because, like, I had... When I first
what I
got them,
thought.
I had 4. And then, like, they've just slowly diminished, like...
Alright, well, I could probably give you like 5 gold for the entirety of the rotting pelts and the
Purple worm
spears and
teeth.
javelins.
Yeah.
Purple worm teeth, I'll give you like an extra gold for that.
Sweet.
So 6 gold for all of that stuff.
Gotcha. 6.
Raking in the money.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, 1532 for gold.
Oh, I also have 9 winter wolf claws.
You can have 1 more gold.
Hell yeah.
Brian, what will you give me for a damaged acid poncho, a regular dagger, a dragon head, tongue and horns, dragon teeth, claws? Yeah.
You might want to save the dragon stuff. You never know, you can use it to upgrade or craft stuff.
Alright, if you want to sell the dragon stuff, I'm going to assume that it's the dragon stuff that you got back at the pyroclastic dragon.
Sure.
Most
I
likely.
think that was probably the last dragon that you actually got parts from.
Or it's from that dragon, the baby dragon.
No, you guys automatically sold that stuff.
No,
You
the
didn't
one
even-
that I did.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
That was a pyroclastic dragon. All right. What parts you got?
I got 20 claws, 30 teeth, a head, a tongue, and horns.
Claws, teeth, tongue, and horn.
And
All right. You will get yourself with that stuff because it's actual dragon parts. 18 gold.
cool, you can add that to the party inventory, somebody.
Got it.
What about my poncho with 9 out of 20 durability?
Well, I realized that I overcharged you for the parts, so I'm going to say 2 gold to round out the overcharging that I gave you.
What about my acid poncho, which has 29 out of 40 health?
All right. Considering I did not overcharge you for that,
Yeah, I know.
I will say you can get yourself 25 gold.
Sweet.
And what about a regular dagger, Ryan? I have mysterious red plants. Do we need those? Anyone know that?
Is
So
Damien taking a bite out of it?
I don't know.
Can I
Damien,
take
why
a
don't
bite?
you- Sure, I will give Damien mysterious red plants.
I will sniff it. How's it smell?
Well, it's so mysterious. I don't even know what it is. So,
Sweet.
roll me a Constitution save.
Take a bite and see what it is. That's a
All
17.
right.
Remember, I am immune to poison.
It tastes like a soggy salad that has been, for some reason, laying out in the sun for 20 days.
Ew.
Which is to say bad, but also not like harmful.
Oh, tastes kind of bland. Not good. But I didn't die.
Do you want to try this lime green potion I have?
Haven't you had that forever? Do potions ever go bad, Brian?
Not
Yes.
the ones that I give you because I'm too lazy to make them go bad.
Sweet. Yes, I would.
Here you go. Drink it down and clear out.
You know what would be a fun thing to buy? Health potions. That would be a fun thing to buy.
I have a health potion still.
We still have
Pretty
4
sure I do
extra health
too.
potions and I think 5 large ones.
All right, Damien, you want to buy that potion, or you want to drink the potion?
You have to. It's conditional of taking it. It's now or never.
Can I get into a fight before drinking this?
Sure.
I'm asking Texas Red. Sorry.
Sure, you can fight Petra.
Petra,
Yeah.
would you like a friendly sparring contest?
Sorry,
After-
what is it for?
I'm about to drink a potion and I don't know what it does.
I'm always welcome for the fight.
Also, there is a mysterious potion that I think Nyla is still in possession of.
No, that's the one that Texas Red took off of Nyla, is the lime one.
No, Texas Red actually had another one of his own.
What? Oh, fuck.
You have to understand, Texas Red does not do anything that doesn't involve his gun.
So Texas Red has 2 potions then, apparently.
I have a health potion, and that was my last weird potion.
We can go into combat, Damien.
So, do you want Nyla's potion, or do you want Texas Red's potion?
I'm kind of really curious as to what Texas Red's potion does.
Yeah, just to text. I don't have Nyla's in my inventory, Brian. So
Nyla technically still has it, but
yeah. So I gave you the one that was from me.
okay.
All right. Get into a fight. I'm going to, and thank you, Ben, for updating things.
Don't worry, I'm on it.
I'm gonna trust you that you updated things because I'm not willing to do the math myself.
No, I think they look nice actually.
All right, who goes first, me or Petra?
I'm
Which
gonna
one?
Give me
say,
a second
Damien,
to
Damien,
actually.
please allow me to go first.
Give me a second.
Oh, you gotta
to
roll
put
initiative.
Petra. Oh my god, I didn't actually fix Petra's icon. Give me a second.
Aw.
There we go. Petra is now of a normal size.
No, dang it.
I know, big sad.
Texas Red and Volk, you guys should try to like get a crowd and try to get bets going.
Never
All
bet
right,
on two.
get yourselves at full health because it has been more than enough time. Melissa, do you see your initiative there?
No, I do not.
All right, then let me delete it and add yourself again. Once again, give yourself to full health. At least you should be at full health, considering it was like 7 days to get here, and none of you got into a fight. All right, Damien, you chugged the potion the first turn.
Yep.
All right, Damien, feel the energy as you drink the chunky lime fluid.
Ugh.
That was the description I wrote of that potion.
Yep.
It very much goes down like you just drank the
Pudding.
No, it goes down like you just drank the like milk that had turned
Ugh.
like into solid that kind of milk.
You.
It is not a good mouth texture. On the bright side, it was made worse because you're in Botwar. Damien, it affects your tongue. Like really, there's like a sticky feeling that you can't get off, and you're like suddenly you're complaining about how bad it tastes, and you realize, and everyone else realizes, you're stuck telling the truth.
Oh, that tastes fucking terrible. God damn.
Uh,
Oh shit.
for the next minute, you have to tell the truth.
But I don't know the effects of this.
Damien, do you love your family?
Yes, of course. Why would you
Damien,
ask that? What the?
Do you
What
actually
the
like
fuck
Texas
is?
Red?
No.
Do you like
Fuck.
Damien? Do you
Shut
trust Gial? Do you trust Gial now? Do you regret
Not
leaving
really.
Gial to the Oni's demise?
Yes, of course.
Would you do it again?
If I had time to think about it, no.
What do you not want us to know about you?
That's an interpreted question.
Are you hiding secrets from the party?
Not that I can think of.
All right, I don't believe him. Your
I
minutes run out.
would like to attack Petra.
Didn't you use your action to drink the potion?
Yes, actually, Damien did, but talking is a free action. You can always make Damien talk.
Well,
Yeah, so
then
don't take
as
your turn,
my
Petra.
bonus action, I'll just shift and go with beast mode.
All right, Petra, it's your turn. Also,
Alright.
Damien, you feel a little bit healthier as the health potion gives you a little bit of health that you didn't need.
Oh, wonderful.
Damien, you can use this for punching bag. As I move backwards 30 feet, I'm going to snap my finger and be like, mammoth. And I shall summon a mammoth next to Damien.
Oh shit. That's cheating. That is not what we agreed to.
And bonus action, I'm going to get 21 temporary hit points, yes.
All right, I think that they have their own initiative.
That is correct.
All right, Mammoth's initiative.
Mammoth
Oh, damn.
turn. Mammoth is going to apply stamp. Actually, wait. Let me see what does more damage. Yes, stomp. 21 hits, I assume.
Yes.
25 bludgeoning to Damien's face.
Oof.
Actually, I'm gonna say 25 damage to Damien's feet and kneecaps. Considering it is stomping. All right, Damien, it's your turn.
You fucking cheater! And I would like to, whack it a bunch of times.
Go ahead.
1, 2.
Both of those are hits.
Okay, 14 does hit. Alright. I'm actually gonna be dealing acid damage. Because I don't know anything about fucking woolly mammoths.
They're probably,
Well, apparently,
immune or...
quotes, they're friendly.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did try to pet a hippo because you thought it was like a woolly mammoth. How friendly is this, Damien?
It doesn't count! It shouldn't be in hell! And I would like to, do bonus action to whack it again.
All right. For some strange reason, I feel like this is the adequate method of movement for the whole
Yes,
party.
it is.
All right, both of those will hit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but mammoths apparently don't have cold resistance, and I feel like that is a mistake. So I will give it cold resistance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say that's kind of weird.
Which doesn't matter when it comes to me because, I'm amazing.
That's one way of putting it. You're also getting your ass kicked by a mammoth.
Sorry, 1 second. I need to.
Excuse you, I only
I
took
was about to
12
say, I don't
damage
think
from
this
it.
thing has 9 health yet.
No, I typed in 9 as the health as opposed to
-9.
Yeah. All right, Petra, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move here and just Eldritch Blast.
There you go. Once again, accurate battle map.
But before that, can I actually cast Hex on Damien?
Sure.
Okay, so
Would I be able to deflect missiles one of these?
Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
No. It's not a projectile. It's force damage.
Well, let me
Range. Okay.
see.
It's ranged,
Ranged
weapon.
weapon attack. That's got to be a weapon. You can deflect bullets. You cannot deflect magic missile or eldritch blast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Damien, I will make you get disadvantage.
Well, first Damien's got to fail a save, right?
Yeah, he has to make an 18, I think, wisdom saving throw.
Hey, I made it.
All right. And I'll make you get disadvantage on.
Oh,
Is
wait,
that
no. Hex
something that
doesn't have a
happens no
resistance.
matter what?
Hex it just happens. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. What ability do you choose?
So I'll do athletics or
No.
acrobatics.
So do you choose strength then, or do you choose dex, or do you choose
What
constitution, charisma?
What does Damien use most? Is it
Uh,
strength or dex?
It's ability
It's
checks.
ability checks. It
So,
wouldn't have anything to do with
Oh,
attacks.
so
it would be strength saves, dexterity
Nope.
saves, etc.
It wouldn't. It'd be checks. A save is not a check.
You're correct. You are absolutely correct.
okay, so
So it would be athletics checks, but it would be strength.
I'll do
or something.
acrobatics.
So dexterity.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right. And then I'll do some damage quickly.
All right. Eldritch Blast. I assume all of those hit, in which
Yes.
case that's going to be 3 hits, and then roll a 3d6. All right, you did that already. That's how
And
much
then-
damage you take, Damien.
And then I'm also dealing another 2 damage to you. And that's my turn.
All right, Damien, you took that much damage.
Mhm.
All right. We're gonna stamp you again.
Okay.
Take 30 bludgeoning.
Okay.
That actually rolled really freaking high, Jesus.
All right, Damien, it's your turn.
I will.
Damien, shall we call this joust to an end?
Nope. I will activate the key bracers, and the mammoth will get an attack of opportunity against me. Fuck, that hits. 25. How much health do I even have? Ho ho! Real quick, what's 16 plus 13?
That's 29.
Okay. Whew. Yep.
How much health do you freaking
Hello.
have?
I will run up to Petra like I'm going to attack her, and then I will, I don't know, just come to stop and be like, huh. Well, this is gonna hurt. And just like get ready to get attacked by her.
Do you want me to
Damien
blast
is
you?
looking really fucking bad. He runs up to you and is like, well, this was a good round, Petra.
Bonus action, I will deal just 5 psychic damage to you.
What?
Yeah, it's a eldritch invocation.
You okay?
Are you down yet?
Yep. I had 4 health.
Okay.
Yep. Well, that was fun. And I'm out.
Once again, quote, mammoths are friendly.
Quote, if you don't fuck with them, they don't fuck with you. The mammoth was fucked with.
Good joust, Damien.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you get with the potion effect? I couldn't notice everything.
Damien is unconscious
Yep,
right now.
Damien's still unconscious, so you know.
Shall stabilize him? Ask maybe for Volk to lay on hands?
Volk has left the building. He's 2 miles away.
Oh god.
Start rolling death throws. No, I'll go up and heal Damien.
Well, you better hurry. Those gangs of imps with the knives are coming.
Mm-hmm.
Damien gets 1 point of healing.
Damien, you're conscious, and probably should get the hell out of here before the imps start shinking.
Mm-hmm. I'll just Empyrean touch. Yeah, I'm feeling much better all of a sudden.
Did you have good bout joust with me?
It was okay.
That's fair.
Kind of cheating considering that, you summoned a mammoth. I was kind of thinking
No,
it'd be
Chess
more of
has
like,
their own way of
a
fighting with their
joust.
ingredients.
Kind of cheating, says the monk against the 13 AC warlock.
I actually
Warlock
didn't
with
even use one of
spells.
my abilities, which was knock you 10 feet away every time I hit you with Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
The
the problem
mammoth
with
rolled
that
really
was
well.
if you would have knocked me 10 feet away with any of them, I would have been out of range for your Eldritch Blast.
I know. That is true.
Well, honestly, okay. The funny thing is if you had done that, the mammoth could have moved up to hit Damien. And if
Yeah.
the mammoth moves up to 20 feet, it can use its gore attack. And if Damien fails a strength save,
Well, no, that's the thing, Brian. I was 110 feet away from her. If she would
Well,
have
yeah,
hit
but
me 10 feet, I would have just been out of her range.
no, what I mean is the mammoth can gore you, knock you prone, and then it gets to stomp as a bonus action.
Ooh, that would have been fun. You only have 13 AC? What the fuck?
why do you think I'm so excited about the blur and mirror image spell? Yeah, 13 AC.
All right. Damien, another session went down.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, guys. Doing my job for me. Is there anything else you would like? Oh, right. You wanted to go and see an information broker.
Yes.
See if you can get any kind of leads on this garden in Avernus.
And by this time, the effect of the truth potion have worn off.
Unfortunately, it is 9:44. So I think this is a good part to stop the session. And we can start handing out blips.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you can go and get a quest lead next session.